Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
When we were waiting to see what region we were going to end up in, I was sure hoping it was going to be regional. So we're pretty fired up to have a quick drive where our fans can be here and get to play in such a great venue. So we're excited.
Excited to be here. It's one of those things. I think when you're on the road, there's more things to handle. Prior to when you're at home, obviously, you're on your home field. You know what you're going to do, when you're going to practice, when you're going to get there, and so on. So when I say happy to be here, happy to be in Lincoln, happy to get back to the normal routine, and I know we're excited about the opportunity, first time to be here.
And again, and maybe it's in the DNA of how our teams play and how they feed off each other, and those type of things. But again, you throw your best guy out there the first day, and this isn't some David versus Goliath matchup. I mean, it's just not. I mean, you guys have seen enough of our games this year. Like, we have to play a certain brand of baseball to win. Like, we're not just going to show up and just out-talent everybody in the country. We have plenty of talent. Everybody's got talent, but so to think anything other than just we're going to go Yasa until he, we got to take the ball from him because he's just out of bullets, then I'm just not really thinking about that.
In the center by Kuzak. Johnston going back. It's gone. It's over. It's Ava. Two-out magic from Ava Kuzak. And it was worth the wait.
Good morning. Welcome in Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. What's up, DB?
I'm a huge Vince Carter honk.
Yep.
And he famously said, "It's over."
I think that's what he was trying to do.
Over.
Ava to
Ova. And when he hit me with "It's Ava," oh, Nate the Great. Go get him, buddy. Nate was living his best life last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a nice text strand going, and Jess is not afraid to put you in the moment when you're in the moment.
Oh, yeah.
And she had some great footage. Nate Rohr, between he and Kent, he hasn't done it near as long, right?
Yeah. I mean, Kent's been doing it for 50 years.
But my man Nate Rohr loves him some softball.
Oh, yeah.
Even on football Saturdays and sometimes Fridays, and I see him at the same time almost every game day, and we get the roar of the crowd, and it's third down. It's Ava.
Shane, do you have the radio call?
It gave your boy some chills.
Oh, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's
unbelievable scenes.
And I can just envision. Well, I can see his mannerisms.
Yeah,
because he's about business.
Yeah,
he gets super excited. Shane, you want to let that bad boy rip?
You want the radio call?
Yeah.
Infield to the right as well. Heron to the line. Her 1-ball pitch. Ava swings and tries this one to center. Johnson going back. It's gone. It's gone. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win 5-3 on the Kuzak 2-run home run.
We love our guy Nate.
Oh,
I could just see him sitting up in his chair.
Listen, and you'd love him like as a person, because he's got some Shane quirks, but at the end he's such a nice person.
He seems very good natured,
super genuine.
Yeah,
like he is. I mean, he's a salt of the earth kind of dude.
Yeah.
And he's watching his ladies roll. So this was a very strange thing.
Which part?
So last night, I'm usually the outside dude.
Okay.
Right?
Like sitting on the deck?
I'm chilling, minding my own business. I'm still wanting to sit on the couch. And Caleb trickles out.
Yeah.
Micah trickles out. Micah was late because he had a meeting. Coach Queen took him.
Okay.
Like they went to go eat, and we do that with our position guys. Like kind of set the stage, pick their brain, seeing what we need to do because we're getting ready to do install in the summer. So Bree strolls in, and he's pretty antisocial, right? Like,
it doesn't talk a lot. He's
comes out 25 seconds before he has to eat. You don't see him until he has to shout. Like, he's just not like, hey. So he trickles on out. And Zoe was gone for, I think, she was at Hoops. So she comes bebopping in, and they're just sitting on the couch out there. And I'm just listening to them. And they split screen the television. They went from arguing about OKC and San Antonio to watching the last 6 innings of softball.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I might be I ain't gonna have a moment. Forget these kids. We're good. Where's the dogs? It just, the whole day, like it started with Tennessee.
Yeah.
Right. It's like it's a very, very, very television friendly sport.
Oh yeah. It's incredible.
It is quick. It's got personalities. Like, they aren't afraid to show emotion. And man, it's Ava. It's his. Like, I obviously can't say it.
Yeah. You can say whatever you want,
but that's a gem.
That's pretty good.
Infield to the right as well. Heron to the wine. Her 1-ball pitch. Ava swings and drives this one to center. Johnson going back. It's gone. It's gone. Huskers win. Huskers win.
You don't have a ton of time in those baby bandboxes either.
So that's the thing is,
like, you can't even get the buildup of it leaving the yard.
Yeah, you don't get the like milking of it at all. Like, you don't get any of the drama of is it going to leave or not. Like, as soon as that thing hits the bat, pretty well whether that's leaving the yard or not.
Dude, how about the resolve?
Oh yeah. Well, Ava Kuzak gets her due. Obviously, she moves to second in my Ava power rankings after Austin's dog.
Okay,
who I love. Ava's the best.
Wow, dogs always greater than people
for me. Almost certainly.
No, I'm not.
Yes.
I'm not mad at you.
So it's Ava.
I was sitting with the majority of my kids last night. I'm looking
at dogs. Yeah, I was gonna say my Ava. No walk-off home runs in the Women's College World Series, though. So.
Hey, but that dog knows how to ride in a vehicle, though. I'll give her that.
Yes, she doesn't have any walk-off homers yet.
GOAT status.
There might be an Air Bud situation we don't know about.
How about her chill game, though?
Oh, it's super chill. But yeah, so Ava Kuzak now number 2 on my Ava power rankings list. But like, we got to give Hannah Core a little bit of credit here too.
Oh, so
because none of this happens without it.
I hope Jess is still sleeping. She's back home, and she was getting all the footage for the network, and her and Nate are like the 2-man gang from Playfly.
Appreciate Husker Radio Network for the audio, by the way.
And you don't know how bad I wanted to reach out and be like, hey, Jess, can we grab you early? Because if anybody's going to take their victory lap,
oh yeah,
it is one Jessica Cootie on Miss Core. Because it was tough.
Yeah, it wasn't always
sunny. It was a tough transition, and I don't think she was particularly tickled leaving when she left Oklahoma emotionally. And they just, man.
Well, and they talked about it a little bit on the call last night about how she didn't get all these at bats while at Oklahoma and barely got to.
Struggled with her confidence. Then, you have to leave. And just to see her persevere. And she always D's up.
Oh, yeah.
And to see the clutch bomb, it was like, it was textbook.
It almost.
I could. I obviously worked with Jess for 5 years now, and I could. This is what she would have said to me. I told you, DB. That's what it was gonna be. It might have been like closed fist, but that's what it.
Good morning. How's it going?
Good morning. Oh, shade. So it's just like. Bland, the transition to third base that she talked about. She said, how about the ominous foreshadowing the other day? She's like, nobody talks about just this, like the subtle infield changes and what's going on at third base. Never played it before.
Yeah.
And bam, then just showing off.
Lock that thing down.
The leather last night. And just the stones of, there's no substitute for competitive stamina. Just just hanging in there. It was never always really pretty.
No.
Except for maybe the first inning or two for Jordy. And she's like, yeah, been here.
It felt like Nebraska was kind of on their back foot for quite a bit of that game.
For a lot of the game.
Yeah, for a lot. Like, there's just that they were sort of up against the ropes a little bit, kind of trying to punch their way out. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of, because of how fast the ball leaves the yard, it reminds me a little bit of hockey, where like the goals can kind of just be like, oh, holy cow. Like that, like you go from 3-2 with very little prospects, it seems like, to all of a sudden, boom, tie game, and you just barely blinked. And it, like, emotionally, it feels closer to hockey than it does to baseball for me, just because you don't have, like, typically you have the build in baseball, even within the home runs.
Early on, when Caleb first got home and I was watching Tennessee and Texas, and he's just like, God, these parks, it's like, even bowling, it's so small, and outfielders can just like run in and get in the pickle situation. Like, that's ridiculous. It's just like, they can't move back 80% of the parks in college softball, but these yards aren't really built anymore to contain.
I was say, for the type of hitters that there are now, like, I don't think they're built for that.
Man, and it just sets up. It's one of my and I remember, I was in Fayetteville watching Ding Dong at AAU. And even before that, when we were in Wichita, or not Wichita, we were somewhere where I famously ordered fried scallops. And it was so long ago, Connor Milliken was still playing.
Oh, okay.
But this is before Caleb got back on grade level.
Yeah.
So this had to be, I don't know, Connor was probably in 7th grade.
Oh, wow.
6th grade. And I had his dad pick up fried scallops.
Yeah.
And listen, he still won't let me live it down how those things smell. They went to a barbecue place, but they had fried scallops. And I was like, hey, man, can you pick some up for me? And I ate them, and he and Oklahoma Tyler, T-Mo's. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah.
And
they cannot have smelled good in his car bringing that home.
What we do during our downtime, we're just sitting around in the hotel watching softball.
Oh, yeah, because it was Oklahoma, and T-Mo's is
all
obsessed.
In.
Yeah.
All in.
Yeah.
With
everything Oklahoma sports.
And, it's just, and the product on television was just getting started.
Yeah.
Now,
in terms of the broadcast and everything.
Yeah.
No, it's high level now.
It's incredible.
It's always, the sport itself is always translated well to TV, but the actual broadcasts have gotten a lot better.
I mean, it's the little subtle storylines.
This isn't a situation, because for a long time, because I remember watching, this is close to 20 years ago at this point. I remember watching the Women's College World Series in Texas with my sister, because I used to go down and visit her during the summers.
I got to ask him when that fried scallop year was.
And it felt like, there's some of these events where the broadcasters sort of just parachute in, and they don't have a ton of experience with the sport. And it used to feel like that with the Women's College World Series. It felt like that for a while with ESPN and the Men's College World Series too. Like, they just didn't have people that kind of lived and breathed the sport. And then they get the likes of like Kyle Peterson involved and things like that to get people who are invested. And they've done a much better job with that with the softball.
Yeah,
as well.
It's sensational. Kobe, I would have loved to see you just bite your lip for once, because he doesn't strike me as much of a lip biter. That lady at the dealership says she didn't like softball because it's too slow of a sport, but she likes to watch baseball.
No, softball's infinitely faster than baseball.
Just imagine Kobe having to be like, look.
She must have been about to buy a Tacoma. Otherwise, he was not holding his tongue.
I could just see KB like, look, you're in a gas-to-go situation. That's the dumbest effing bleeping thing I've ever heard.
He'd probably be like, hey,
softball is elite.
He'd probably be like, hey, the Hyundai dealership's down the road, Chief.
Hit the road. Yeah. Keep it pushing.
You can be.
She was there for service.
You could buy yourself a Palisade or something. You don't get a 4Runner.
Go to Omaha, Council Bluffs, and see my man Heath Thomas. Get on down yonder.
No, it was.
He's like, well,
listen. I understand. Listen, I understand if softball is not for you, but you can't be like it's too slow compared to baseball.
Yeah, I know it.
Like, what are we talking about? Those innings fly by.
And you talk about, and you know, and I get it. Some of you haven't been anywhere near your belly button since the 90s, but I'm like, you know, I'm in that this morning cleaning out I'm showering. You know, I got to get the belly button. And
I just didn't know where you were going.
It's a thing. Like, try it. Because if you haven't done it, which I'm 100% sure you haven't, get in there and see what's going on. You're like, holy smokes.
Trust tree. This doesn't leave us three, just the girls here talking.
This ought to be good.
I have an Outie belly button, so I don't worry about those sort of things.
Like the end of a piece of a hot dog. That is, do those even exist?
Did not think you were ending that with hot dog. That was a different phallic shape.
I didn't
That's
think
fine.
they had those anymore. Doesn't something weird have to happen to have you be an Outie?
I don't think so. I think they're rare, but they're not like.
Are you suggesting I have a disease?
Yeah, pervitis.
It's a genetic anomaly.
And I'm not going to sit here and take a straw poll of innies and outies. But anyway.
Hey, in the chat, raise your hand if you're an Outie.
Knock it off. Dude, that's ugly. You rocking with that?
I'm so excited for the people because again,
stick that thing in.
I'm going to cut this out for our segments later that go up on the Hurrdat Sports and Hill Varsity YouTubes. And there's someone who doesn't watch this show that is like, oh, hell yeah. The women's college, series reaction of the Nebraska softball. Can't wait to hear what Damon Benning has to say. And they're going to get to this part and just go, what the hell?
So far, we got a couple of innies in the chat. We don't have any Outies yet.
Hey, man. I know I don't like turning lights on and stuff in the bathroom, but I don't know how you can stand yourself. I guess you don't know any better. You've been an Outie your whole life.
Yep. Listen, I've been out here,
We out here, right?
Yeah.
This is where the magic happens.
To get back to softball, I wanted to ask you, Damon, just because you're a little bit more inside. I don't get the opportunity to watch like full softball games unless I'm usually on a coverage. So this was a unique experience for me to be able to watch it like all the way through.
Mm-hmm.
How quick that turnaround is because of the pace comparative to baseball. Do you think that allows just like less time to dwell? Because I kept thinking about Jordy, and she gave up the 2-run homer, and then that the third run that she allowed, and then she was up to bat first almost every single time. And it wasn't a great batting performance for her by any means, but I thought it was really impressive how she may go one and done swinging on the first pitch, get out, and then come right back and strike out the next batter. I thought that was even more impressive than anyone really gave credit for.
And you know what's funny about you saying that? It's the one thing that a lot of coaches try to guard against with having their pitchers hit.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
That's why Lexus doesn't always hit all the time. It's because when she's on the bump, you need time in between.
And she's younger, so she hasn't like gotten used to
it's like,
I mean, Jordy didn't hit at Oklahoma.
And Jordy is like such a, and we talked to her even before she left. She was just getting ready to leave Papio, and she just won like her 227th high school award. And I asked her about hitting, and even then she was like, well, we're just going to be patient, and I just want to have a chance to contribute. We'll see how it goes. We're a long ways away. I mean, just humility oozing even then. But I wondered what it was going to be like for her to not be able to swing the sticks, because she clearly rakes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like
breaking. She was not a long way away.
No.
Did not have a long way to go. Was pretty much ready to go from the jump.
Wasn't it also somewhat refreshing too? And I know I felt this, again, being the general Nebraska softball fan, but I felt like everybody watching, and you even saw it on like the Twitter thread, that everyone was anticipating, well, Jordy's about to walk this off. Jordy's about to walk this off. It was kind of cool to see the other parts of how deep Nebraska's roster is and proves how good that they are.
Yes.
That 2 people stepped up when they needed to.
Who was that? Was it Nate or Jess? No, it was Nate, because Nate goes, listen, people that don't watch us think this is just Jordy and the Fromettes or the Jordettes or something that he said. And he goes, nah, this is a pretty complete team where everybody pulls their weight. And that's just like, you saw it last night.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I think there is a sense that it's just Jordy, right? Like she's obviously got the pedigree coming from Oklahoma. People know about her on a national stage, obviously with the awards and everything. And not a lot of other Nebraska players get that type of recognition, and understandably so. So, I mean, like, it's first 2020 in history, right?
Yeah.
Like ever in all of softball. So, like, obviously the accolades are well worth it, but I think a lot of times you just assume then that's all there is. And like, that's a deep lineup.
Where do you think she keeps all her awards? Like, that thing's got to look like
maybe she got like
a museum.
Maybe she got like a storage facility or something. Just got
like, if you go all the way back to like high school.
Yeah.
We should ask if we can have some of them. We can put them behind you.
No, not.
She doesn't need all of them.
That's about as bad as me asking for a watch or somebody's glasses.
Yeah, you would never do that.
You think Jordy really wants like her 2020, Max Preps Player of the Year? We can take that one. She doesn't need that one.
No. That's not the cool one.
It's the same brand.
Yeah, but it's
heavier.
Let me see.
Yeah. The other one's like a polycarbonate, so it's a very light.
Polycarbonate.
That's what they call it.
This is a little heavy.
Yeah, it's that Kirkland.
You're special. This dude's rocking an Outie and just freely shared. I need to talk to the Obergein. Nah, I mean, what was going on?
I have no idea who that is. I've never met them formally, so
he just like no, you know what I mean?
I don't know if is that what leads to Outies? Is a bad umbilical cord cut?
Oh, did your dad do it?
No, my dad did not do it.
Well, sometimes
they let them. Sometimes they let the dad.
An Outie belly button develops when excess scar tissue protrudes from the healed navel after the umbilical cord is cut, or when internal pressure pushes the tissue outward. It is not caused by how a doctor ties the cord.
Oh, it's not caused by that.
Well, why you got scar tissue?
It could also just be internal pressure. Maybe he had like a lot of internal pressure as a kid, and it just like popped right out.
I was just coming out of the womb ready to talk. Just to start shit. That's what it was.
All the hot air was already in there.
Hey, look, and I get it, man. I kind of liken it to. This is a little TMI. I kind of just liken it to like a circumcision. It's like it's just extra work. You gotta like roll that thing down. I mean, I don't know, man.
What is happening right now?
Again, those watching on YouTube later today, please tag Damon Benning in this.
I just get weirded out about hidden dirt. I'm gonna sit down. It's fine.
So wet. I don't know why.
I'm chilling. It's okay.
I don't even know I don't even recognize what we're doing.
I'm more of a sausage guy, though.
I'm sorry.
So Nebraska won in softball.
Can I add one more part to this too? I wanted to ask this.
I don't know.
At one point last night, it did cross my mind. I was like, I wonder when do they play next? Like win or lose?
Chilling.
Oh my God. To turn around and beat Arkansas tonight.
They get the day off today.
Yeah.
They don't get back on the diamond until tomorrow night. And then you're one game away.
Yeah.
Like that's the
winner's bracket. Like
that is the winner's bracket.
Yeah.
Like it's
an unbelievable advantage to have won last night.
In the driver's seat.
Yeah.
And listen, I told you guys, Tennessee and Texas Tech are the only two teams I thought like in the country that could match Nebraska softball 1 and 1A.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold,
Tennessee,
Texas Tech.
Yeah.
That Texas Tech game, I was like, at least we'll be on schedule today. But I knew you had the big break between the afternoon game and the 6 o'clock game. But I mean, Texas Tech just stopped for a cup of coffee, put up an 8 spot, and was like,
hey, we're done for the day.
Yeah,
let's wrap this thing up.
See you on Saturday.
See, they pulled the old Darren Peterson. Hey, our work is done here today.
Yeah. By the way, how about him and Ravitch in town? Just heading. Well, yeah, KP's just got to go down the interstate.
Well, yeah, he doesn't have a.
I mean, that's big time broadcast, and they go at 3.
Yeah.
I mean, is there anything better than like 11 a.m. college sports on?
No, I love daytime sports. It's the best,
especially baseball.
Daytime baseball is fun.
I
like daytime baseball.
I really have an affinity for football, but I just think
we all know you're a baseball guy. It's all right.
Baseball is where it's at.
We know you're a baseball guy.
It's exciting.
I'll be honest. I like college baseball more right now because the Red Sox have made Major League Baseball pretty hard to watch for me.
God, they rot.
Yeah, they're really, really bad.
It's exciting.
Turns out it might not have been Alex Cora's fault.
Yeah, they may need a reboot.
They need to sell the team. They need to sell the team. I'm over this ownership group.
Come on.
This is entirely their fault.
Hey, he sounds like such a wiener. He's like, oh, I'm over it.
It is. It's entirely their fault.
Sounds like such an Outie.
I do think that's kind of funny. I'm gonna try to get that out of my mind, though.
Don't worry, I'll show you at break. You can look. It
No.
I'll let you poke it if you give me $1. I make that
very neutron.
Very doughboy. Yeah. I hit you with a hee hee.
Is that how you made money in
That's
college?
the Michael Jackson.
Yes, Shane.
Shane chiming in like Big Ben out of nowhere. That's how you made money in college. No, he operated out of a trailer.
It was a $5 cover to get in the trailer. It was $6 if you wanted to poke the belly button.
Yeah. By the way, we got your guy Ryan Held today, AJ.
Yeah, I'm pumped. I saw that on the rundown.
They've got some huge camps. They're collaborating with other coaches locally.
Are you going to ask him if he's an innie or at Outie?
Probably not, but I may figure out a way to weave it in. and he's a cusser, so he's gonna be like WTF.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he knows I'm crazy.
Yeah,
I mean,
I would stop the questioning at any Outie and not continue it on to your further train of thought. That's probably I wouldn't do that. I saw one of our guys last night though. A couple of them. So I saw Mike Hurt.
Oh, really? How'd you? Congratulations on the extension.
Yeah.
How convenient.
It's good.
I'm like, hey, no, never mind.
It's good to keep him around, keep him close, just in case. And then I actually sat at the same table with Sean Callahan.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd Gas Can treat you?
He was good. He was very, very kind.
Yeah.
He's got a lovely family.
Yeah.
No,
did he bring his girls?
Brought his girls, brought his wife. Yeah, and I sat right next to him. It was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
He likes our show.
Yeah, it was good.
That's like DB, you guys do a good job.
He's not SIP, man. It's all right.
No, it's the different delivery.
It's
SIP is different because
it's just
can't think as quick as Sean can.
It's just a little more gravelly.
Yeah.
A little more.
Yeah,
there's some
Sean Callahan.
There's some grits in there from the years.
I feel like a penguin.
I feel like a penguin.
No, Sean was great.
I almost wanted to talk to him today, but we might be over. It might be. We
get him on Monday.
Might be satiated with Steven.
He's
been everywhere lately. Too many hot takes.
Yeah, lots of hot takes from
Madonna.
No, it was good. It's the first time I've interacted with Sean in person. So
Yeah.
that was nice.
Did you enjoy the Horse Devours?
I actually didn't eat much. I was just kind of chilling.
Got you a little high noon and sat down.
It was a seltzer.
I know they flipped the. I've been there several times.
It was
You
a
do
good
Surfside? Oh,
Yeah, Good Boys, the John Daly ones.
I dig that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blackberry lemonade, really good. What's up?
I'm gonna have to be honest.
Yeah.
I entertained the multi-pack of those.
They're really good.
They're horrific.
No, they're really good.
No bubbles, no flavor.
Terrific.
It's like
I would prefer some bubbles. You're right.
a hint. And I suppose I should have read, but I know better. Like seltzers rot.
No, it's good flavor. I don't know what you're talking
And
about.
it's like you only have a little bit of Mio left, and you get the one last driblet.
You might have got a bad pack.
No,
I think
there's
they're
no
very,
flavor.
I think they're very flavorful.
I bet you there's still 6 of the 8.
I'll take them off your hands. They ran out at the Oscars.
The assortment is it's wine, it's seltzer, and I think that's
beer.
it.
That beer.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you're like choosing which way to off yourself. You don't want to do any of them, but you got to settle.
You should bring them to the office and say that they're protein. See what happens.
I dropped one of those.
They'll get polished off in a hurry.
I'm gonna tell you something.
Yeah.
Anybody that had the 30-gram proteins may not want to listen to this, but the can fell out of the fridge that I have in the garage, and it got the little
that same brand that I brought here.
It's exact same brand.
Yeah.
So I put it in the sink because it was late. It was probably 10:45 or 11, and it was the last one. And I'm dead set on. Now it's the last one from when I bought the first case. So we're going on like 5 months.
Several months here at this point.
Okay, so I'm baby stepping this thing. Sometimes Micah will knock one off. And I got up this morning and the can was almost empty. So I tried to snap the top off and I was just going to dump it out. But I broke the tab off. So I just squeezed the can and, it's going down the sink. And I shook it. Bruh, it was like more than residue. It was thick.
Like chunky.
And I was like, is this what happens? Did it settle?
I would bet.
Because we say it tastes like wet powder.
Yeah, which is probably, it's made with whey, so that makes sense.
Yeah, I shook that thing and I was like,
It's
it felt like a
thick.
wet rock. Exactly. But CK.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm probably not ingesting that ever again.
No.
I didn't have, I wasn't going to open it up and look.
Yeah.
I just know what it felt like. There was very little liquid.
Yeah.
And it still was like, dun, dun, dun,
There was
dun,
still
dun.
some.
Yeah. Hard pass.
Speaking of which, Austin, how'd you feel after the burrito yesterday? How'd that go?
We did just fine. We did just fine. There were some very nerve-wracking moments, but we made it through. No issue.
Good. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you.
So in that vein, I'm now pro DB. I can never not take a stance in a food take now.
Right?
I explained this to DB yesterday. Eating spoiled food is kind of like playing Russian roulette.
It wasn't spoiled. We are just too enamored with the actual expiration date.
Okay.
Yep, I agree.
Rolling the dice with food is like playing Russian roulette. You're not going to get it every time, but when you do, it's going to be pretty unpleasant.
Taking my chances.
All right. That's fine. Just 1 out of 6.
No, what's that song? Who's that? Who is it again, Shane? 2 out of 3 ain't bad?
Meatloaf.
Thank you. 2 out of 3 ain't
Not even
bad.
meatloaf either.
Oh, me neither.
Pass.
Although there is a pretty hipster restaurant around town that is now doing a smoked stuffed meatloaf. And I'm like, you can't polish a turd.
Can I just say something?
Yeah. Clearly.
Wow.
You say anything.
I think we're smoking too much.
Do you? You're Pat.
I saw like
this is a hot
smoked pancakes on my TikTok the other day. That's too much.
Yeah, I would agree.
This is like
I might have smoked it too.
This is like the bacon thing from 10 years ago where people just start putting
bacon jam, bacon martinis,
bacon and cookies.
Yeah.
Like they're putting bacon in everything.
Bacon
I'm
on
like,
donuts.
Can we just chill with the bacon, man? Like bacon is good
I'm not going to sit
by
here
itself.
Like,
for the
listen,
bacon slander.
when you
It's not
said
bacon slander, but just like don't eat on my donut. What are we doing?
like when you said smoked meatloaf as a white, I love meatloaf. That doesn't need to be smoked. All right.
Listen,
I do think
I
meatloaf.
think meatloaf needs all the help it can get.
I think meatloaf and casseroles might be my top 2 draft picks in white foods.
You know what I used to
Wow,
think
that's
it was?
incredible.
That's up there. I think it's up there.
I was gonna put cottage cheeses up there too.
Oh yeah, cottage cheese. That's a good one.
That's a good one. Do you know what I used to think it was growing up?
What?
And it couldn't be further from the truth. Is macaroni and cheese.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, that's not.
I thought it was super Anglo.
No.
Now
you'll see
there
different
are
varieties.
2 very distinct
sure.
cooking styles.
Yeah,
when it
no,
comes to
the
mac-
white version is the simplest version of mac and cheese.
It's not always even that, but like if you brought me mac and cheese, I could tell you who made it. I would guess 70% accuracy.
Dude, you guys, he said cottage cheese is the one thing I have tried to mature and grow up and
I can't do cottage cheese
and do different things.
Nah,
cottage cheese is the one thing I just can't get past. That thing's going in the emulsifier.
I'm not doing any cottage.
I can't even. I used to try to sneak it in my eggs, and I'd beat that thing, and it was like, I'm still catching lumps. You know what I mean? Like I cannot do. I just cannot do cottage cheese.
Absolutely not.
And Brett, like my dude,
Zickman.
Yes.
Yeah.
He can eat that thing like cereal. And I was like, come on.
Kenny has this story about when he got to Nebraska, KB.
Yeah.
And
I'm out on cottage cheese.
One of the, I can't remember who he said it was. It was one of the white receivers that was in the room with
You
him.
said
white.
Okay.
But yes, also.
What? Sounds like a Swiftie.
Yes, but he was also a wide receiver. And he talks, I can't remember who it was, but he's like, he got on campus and he's like, every morning this dude just had like a bowl of cottage cheese with like some melon and sunflower seeds mixed in there. And he's like, what the hell is going on? He's like, I've never seen this in my life.
In my life.
This is the whitest ish I've ever seen.
Have you seen that food reviewer? Because you really don't. You get your fill of like black people, right? Because it's a brother on TikTok. You probably scroll right on past.
That's not true at all.
But I
watch Scotty Eats almost every time.
Absolutely.
No, those are guys that he thinks have an identity crisis. He don't rock with those guys either.
Let's go, baby.
I just don't even yell at me all the time.
Also, chili dogs up there with white males.
I don't think that's exclusive though.
I've never been like a hot dog guy.
See, not to bring race into it.
Of course.
But I've only seen my people eat chili dogs.
I guess I don't know.
I may come by this honestly because of my living arrangement. But we have used leftover really good chili for chili dogs.
I like chili dogs.
But we did not use hot dogs.
What'd you use?
I had some smoked Polish deals that were sent to us from Ohio from a butcher.
Okay.
Coach Williams, our offensive line coach. It's right in his hometown. I think it's Riddell's, a place in Ohio, and they sent them to us. And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I'm not gonna knock the hustle on chili dogs.
Yeah, I like chili dogs.
It would not have been my idea.
I like hot dogs though, so
we don't really mess with hot dogs. Zoe does, and occasionally when her little friends want to come over and waste food, they do. Not that I'm mad about that or anything. Like, hey, you gonna eat that?
Wait, Z, I gotta tell you, if you think that's a good chili dog, there's way better out there.
Wait, no, I'm kind of a Wazy guy early, man. Hopefully he didn't say anything.
No, it's not like terrible. It's just there's way better out there.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing people mess up with chili dogs, right? They think since it's kind of like a conglomeration that you don't have to have good versions of either. The chili has to be good, and you can't sleep on the dog either. Like you can't cheap out on the dog. Like, it has to be good on both, otherwise it's bad.
I'm just gonna keep it a buck. We love to make chili at our place. It's a process. It takes time. You cannot have bad chili. Bad chili is horrific.
No, it's terrible.
Like you can't gut your way through bad chili.
No, not at all. You gotta go high quality there.
That would be a great list of like foods that if they're bad, they're terrible.
But if they're good,
they're good.
Yeah.
Number one has to be brisket.
Oh, great pick. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah.
Bad brisket is horrific.
And the percentages are like 10% good.
It's not even worth
bad.
making it because you're like 4 out of 10.
Yeah.
And save Mr. I'm the best brisket guy, because I'm just telling you, I heard the same thing about beef ribs. They all end up tasting like pot roast when you don't do them right.
You want to know the other thing that we're doing too much of now that we're talking about this? Besides smoking and besides bacon, short rib. Short rib doesn't have to be in everything.
Oh, man.
People are trying to put short rib in everything.
I'm on the short rib game.
No, it's good, but like not everything has to be short rib. It's like, hey, here's a short rib quesadilla. Hey, here's a short rib this. Here's a short, like, not everything. Here's short rib mac and cheese. Not everything has to be short rib.
Their short rib quesadillas are fire.
I get that. They're good. We're doing too much with it.
Yeah, once you said quesadilla, that has been added to almost everybody's menu over the past like 2 years.
Yeah, like I don't know why everybody all of a sudden is like, oh, you know what's great? Short ribs. They are good.
Why?
Like, what are we doing? That was super weird, Shane.
Hey. Can I tell them about our conversation this morning?
Lindsay says, save the fruit and pineapple for the Sunday church potlucks and then politely walk on past.
Listen, you know what I do with my pineapple?
You feed it to your dog so they don't eat their own poop.
Or turn it upside down, put it on your porch.
That sounds like an Outie.
Damn it! I hate when Shane's good at this.
Wazy says people legit put mayo on their hot dog. I know we have some of those horrible human beings in the office. We had one. We had to send her all the way to New York because she put ranch on her hot dogs. We got rid of her as fast as possible.
I'm gonna add something else to the list.
Just kidding.
The whole buffalo chicken thing.
We love you, Anna Ambrose. Yes, 100%.
Stop
making everything buffalo chicken.
We're doing too much with
it's the worst version of chicken. Stop it.
No, so the old pineapple, because Bella kind of stopped. She still may be a sneaky poop eater, but I smell her face like every day. So I know that sounded weird, but I can't.
She may be a sneaky poop eater.
Yeah, so they got the door thing down.
Oh,
I
yeah,
mean,
with the doggy door.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
like they're so low maintenance now, but she's out there, and it's been 5 or 6 minutes. I'm like, come here. Oh, we're good.
Sniff the face.
Yeah. So I stopped, and she gets so mad because when she used to do it, I would squirt this soap with a paper towel, and I just like scrub her in her teeth, and she'd be like moving her head, and I was like, stop eating the poop. But it's just doing a reenactment. I get caught up. So the old pineapple, now I put in the mason jars for the Costco supply that I haven't purchased since I was outed.
Oh, for that supply.
Dude, it's been like 3 weeks and I'm getting the shakes. Because I don't want to switch up the time. Because if I go like after I think he gets off, there might be too many people in there.
Yeah.
But he's clearly on the same, we're on the same schedule.
Just go to the other one.
No, I like this one.
All right, well, I can't help you then. Just suck it up and let the guy think you're.
I think pineapple is highly overrated, but in small doses at the right time, it's good.
Todd says, I saw a short rib cup of ramen noodles the other day. Why?
Dude, short rib is fire.
No, it's good. We're just doing too much.
I'm about to see my man Asian Wyatt. Not that I was thinking Korean short ribs, but
Kenny makes a good point. We did the thing with pretzel buns for a long time. There was a stretch where everything was on a pretzel bun. It was unnecessary.
Over it.
Good call.
Over it.
Good call on the pretzel buns there, Kenny.
Those don't even taste good. He said, be a man and buy the vodka, you weenie. No, my supply is fine. It's fine.
DK said we should have sent Branch to the Arctic instead of her nickname literally became Ranch. Like we called her that because
since we're just doing the whole cultural thing.
Yeah.
Ranch is a you guys thing.
Oh, for sure. But
good pull. That's fine.
I identify with that half of my heritage.
A you guys thing.
Jay Saudi says,
when it behooves you, that's the side you claim. When you want to play the other way, it's like,
well, you do realize I'm both, right? So both are true at the same time.
It's so ambiguous.
It's not like a switch. Like, I got to be Indian today. Today's a white day.
Did you have ranch and naan at the same table?
God, no. Oh, that sounds terrible.
That would be sensational.
Jay Saudi says hot honey on everything now. That's a good one. A lot of hot honey now.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
that's probably the most current.
Yeah, that one's really, really popular right now.
And this is coming from a guy that hates honey but has hot honey. The burnt ends, I was going to bring Suave.
Yeah.
Before he clowned me unnecessarily that morning. You notice I didn't bring him.
I know, and I'm mad because I want some still.
That dude
You've been promising me for
on a humbug from the first floor to here. This dude lit me up like a Christmas tree, and I'm like, man, forget that dude. I'm keeping these burn ends.
I've been waiting for burn ends for like 2 years since your birthday party, and we're just still waiting. TK says, "Be a man and buy the vodka, you weenie."
Yeah, Austin, I'm gonna get over that visual, but I am. It's weirding me out a little bit.
Of my Outie?
Yeah. I can't believe you guys don't clean your belly button.
No one ever said that they didn't.
You're the only one that's like, nobody cleans their belly buttons.
Your face looked like the giant raisin. It was all wrinkled up when I said that, and you're like,
that's because I had no idea where you were going with belly button talk.
Oh.
Come on, man.
It was quick. I wasn't trying to harp on it until weird dude said, between us. I was like, oh god, what's this?
Ravi, you do kind of look like the Raisin Bran son. Now that was said,
the what?
The Raisin Bran son.
You can't even say your W's normal anymore.
The what?
The what?
I know. I said what too many times.
Oh God, this started out with such promise in softball.
Listen, we talked about softball for like 30 minutes. All right.
What time is it?
It's 8:45. We should probably take.
It is 7:45.
That's that too.
He's such a prick.
No, you just helped me out. I was on Eastern time.
Hey, Shane.
He's a good producer. Tells us what time it is.
I didn't even get to your story. You're saved by the grace.
My Audi story.
Shane's toothpaste kit
Oh no.
is top notch.
Does he have like a fat hole for his toothbrushes?
Dude had like 3 different. No, I'm not.
Is he a flat bottom or a round bottom?
Frozen, man. Let it go. What a bunch of douches.
We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Nissan. Lease the 2026 Nissan Rogue Platinum starting at $349 a month. A platinum lease for less this May. 2 Nissans, 2 great deals. Only at Edwards. We've also got the 2026 Nissan Pathfinder SV starting at $399 a month. Another win for May. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Nissan.
I mean, I think it helps a lot, like knowing how the field plays, knowing how the ground balls are gonna play, and how the ball flies in the park. I think it'll definitely be an advantage to us compared to Ole Miss or Arizona State.
Yeah, and just knowing how like the ball's gonna come out of the sky hitting wise, and knowing how to pick it up, I think is big too. Yeah, I mean the travel's pretty easy too, so it's like a 4-hour drive if that. So it's nice we've been here. We kind of know the environment, but be a couple more people, but it'll be fun. So.
I think we saw a couple of the arms that we could see again tomorrow. So just kind of having a little bit of a familiarity with those guys obviously helps us. So I think that's something we can take away from.
Yeah, just super excited about it. We know how this place gets on a game day. So it's just really exciting to be here and face a team that, you know, we grew up 50 miles down the road from. So I've got a lot of family and friends here, so just excited for it.
listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. Coming up on the show today, we got Tim VERGHESE from inside Nebraska at 8 o'clock. At 8:40, we're going to talk to Ryan Held from UNK, their head football coach. They're doing a pretty cool thing where they're getting a lot of the non-D1 schools in the area together for a football camp. So we're going to talk to Coach Held about that for a little bit. And they're here in Omaha for that, right?
Correct.
Yeah, they're
holding it at the school on 144th and Q.
Yeah, we call it Buell Stadium because it's Millard North, even though it's at Millard South, but it's Millard North's home field. We just need to make sure we're clear about that.
Right on the heels of being petty off air.
Oh, I mean, I know I'm petty, though. You're trying to convince me you're not, and I'm not buying it.
Ravi, remind me quick, which Millard school won the latest state championship?
Millard North, baby. Well, thanks.
Yeah, it's Wazy.
The funniest part was DB off air is like, hey, he's like, I'm not petty. I just keep mental receipts. I was like, that's about the same thing there, bud.
No, but then I said, I talked to a ton of people that I don't necessarily like. And you're like, well, that's the good piece of cheese thing. Yeah. Well, then I'm not that petty.
Well, if you still remember it, though, it's still pretty petty.
No, I got a great memory. It's fine.
It's fine. It's all right. Oh, no, don't worry about it. And then we might, if Rico is awake, we might catch him at the end of the show.
So Rico's just living his best life. You guys sent him there to do work. What, like, WTH?
He's working, man. I saw him getting,
what are we doing?
I saw him getting interview clips out. I saw he was live tweeting the game at all hours of the night.
He's the microphone in the dugout.
Yeah, he's the reporter.
So he did all of the
wrist.
He did all the practice day interviews.
What?
Just look at his hand.
You know what? It didn't dawn on me. I just saw the Hurrdat mic sleeve.
Out of everyone at this company, it's either you, me, or him, and it's neither of us.
I don't think it looked brown. Are we gonna be able to just talk like normal people or not?
Yeah, Rico's doing the interviews.
Because you've been around Derelict here way too long. Because anything what
did I do?
Anything that I say is like, and sometimes it's 98% of the time it's just, can we just move on?
Yeah, I know. I can't though. Usually,
it's fine.
It's not Austin's fault. I was born this way.
Hey, Asian Wyatt, do we have to wait till after 5? I don't really want to leave the house.
For what? What are you guys doing? You guys hanging out?
Mind your own business. You jealous?
I mean, you said it live on a program.
Yeah, but I don't mean you have to like.
I mean, if you're making plans publicly, I feel like it's open to ask about.
Didn't I tell you yesterday over text I hate you?
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Oh, it's 1,000% not true.
Yeah, I know.
It's close though.
Nah.
Also, DB.
Look at Sasha, the consummate life coach. He's been fine. I would say.
Sasha says Rico's been doing an amazing job.
You're lucky
AJ
to have
too.
them.
You're lucky to have
stuck
them.
with only Shane now.
God knows that's the truth.
She doesn't let us have any fun.
She's like, hey,
It's fine.
break 6. It's always been 6.
Dude,
breaks.
do you catch the move on comments?
Yeah, I do. And I got to be honest, Sash, this is probably should have had this conversation in private, but we're going to do it now.
Anytime she tells you.
Yes, anytime. And it's not just a her problem. It's a me problem. I understand that. I'm defiant by nature. Anytime somebody tells me, hey, don't talk about that anymore, I immediately want to double down.
Did you see how she came in yesterday?
Yeah.
I couldn't get her to talk the day before. I'm messing with her in the hallway, and she's basically like STFU.
Yeah.
And then yesterday it was, we doing a film or what, man?
Yeah.
I was like,
this is aggressive.
Good morning.
Hey, what's up?
So why is it on me?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of on you.
It's not on me.
I mean, if I got the clips ready, it becomes on you at that point.
I had forgot.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying.
Plus, it's a lot of plays that go through my head.
No, I know. That's why I don't show you. I don't need to add to the noise. I'm just
And with me, you can definitely reach a point of diminishing returns. You just need to let me know about 3 or 4 days out.
Yeah.
23 or 24 days out is, you're going to have to tell me again.
Yeah, just be like, hey, remember that thing? Nope. Sure don't.
My guy, I'm in Albion later in June, and he reminded me last week, and I was like, oh, yeah. Glad you told me.
It's a good follow-up.
But I put it in my calendar, but I think I only give myself 2 days warning. I think 2 days. What do you put your notifications on when you put it in your calendar?
So if it's something pretty far out and I am afraid I'm going to forget about it, I usually give myself a week and then a day.
Oh, okay.
So I'll do 2. Just so like it's back in my head, and then I'm like, okay, yeah, I got to do this.
Juan, didn't I send you back the number? No, Juan's like my dude. Juan might get me in trouble though.
Juan, don't worry about it. Like sometimes it's not personal. Sometimes he just forgets to respond to stuff. It's not a big deal.
Juan, slow motion is better than no motion.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it, Juan. It's not personal.
Yeah, I got to go back to it now. Ooh, I left your boy.
You just got to wait a couple days and follow up with another text. It's fine. There's been parts of knowing DB where I'd send like over the course of like 2 weeks, it's like 6 of my texts in a row, and then he finally responds. It's not a big deal. It's all good. It happens.
Yeah. Okay. I got you one. I'm sorry. Well, Joe Good, why are you like, what the world?
Well, Joe Good's mad about the proposed salary cap at MLB, which we'll get to.
I can't really see that being a thing. I do like TK. That's not true.
It's not of all time.
I mean, and he's doing the caps thing.
I know. And he hit you with the full government too. That's unnecessary.
I know.
I know you hate that.
Yeah. No.
It's Mexican Sonoran hot dogs. What's on those, Wyatt?
Yeah. So that deal's got to be done by December, right?
December 1 is before there's a lockout. But then you've got probably another 2 months.
I'm pretty good about responding to those.
You probably got another 2 months before you have to start worrying about missing games, because you can do like an abbreviated spring. But if you're much past probably February 1, you're going to be in trouble.
I don't see how they can.
They really should, though.
A salary cap?
Yeah, they really should.
And just figure out how to spread out the proposals of what to do with the rest of the luxury taxes and funding the league.
Yeah.
Well, I think salary caps would be great if you really enforce expenditures from your ownerships to like go back into the ball club. I think it's a little disingenuous.
Well, so
you want to cap how much the guys can make, but you don't.
Well, there's a floor as well. The proposal includes a floor,
but you don't really want to force
the owners
force owners. And they're supposed to, like the percent rule, the 3 years to spend it. Like it's a real thing.
No, yeah,
just
they need
don't
to enforce
it.
They need to enforce it. Like I don't disagree with you.
Right? Like there's this thing about putting it from a cash back into
whether it's stadium renovations, whatever. Like, yeah, I have no problem with that. But salary cap is the right way to go. Hard cap, hard floor is the right way to go. Like. And I know the players' union is going to be against it. I did the math on it last night. The amount that the teams would have to cut versus the amount that the teams would have to increase is almost identical. It's within $10 million. Of the 8 teams that would have to cut budget versus the 12 that it would have to add budget.
That wasn't even the most newsworthy deal, even though I do think there's going to probably be a stoppage. I think the anti-tanking thing in the NBA, sometimes, what if you're just bad?
It's a stupid way to fix a problem, to try and fix a problem.
You think they overcorrected?
I don't know if they overcorrected. It just wasn't a good solution. Like they needed to do something, but that was a bad solution.
What about not being able to have back-to-back number ones?
I'm okay with that. It's like you can have not back-to-back number ones. It's like you can't have a top 4 3 years in a row. Like I'm okay with that in general, because I'll be honest, if you can put together a team that's not that bad. Like most of the teams that are in that neighborhood, like, yes, there's going to be a 3 bottom teams no matter what, but you can usually get out of that range
I probably agree.
within your salary cap and constraints.
Yeah.
If you're not trying to be there. Let's take a quick break. Tim VERGHESE coming up next here on Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Kia. Lease the 2026 Kia Sportage EX starting at $259 a month. A great lease to kick off May. 2 Kias, 2 reasons to celebrate. Only at Edwards Kia. We've also got the 2026 Kia K4 GT starting at $239 a month. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Kia.
First of all, I just thought it was an incredibly hard-fought battle. It was 2 teams out there playing to win, and nobody gave an inch. It was back and forth the whole night long. So a tip of the hat to Arkansas. They came out here, they battled, we battled. We just, I said earlier in the week, I thought it was going to be the team. We're so razor thin in the margins of when you look at our statistics. It was going to be one team made one more execution, and that's exactly how it played out. Well, I wasn't with her in the dugout last time she was here, but I've experienced 2 years of her being very consistent with runners in scoring position, with the bases empty. What you see is what you get every day. And so her consistency is contagious. Her consistency is inspiring because it's not just consistency, it's consistency performing at an elite level consistently.
Welcome to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DB. I'm Ravi, Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Tim VERGHESE from inside Nebraska. Tim, how are we doing this morning?
Good morning, fellas. How we doing?
TV, we're making it, man. We are making it. Are you caught up? Do you allow yourself to get caught up in the hoopla with the bat ball sports?
I pay attention. I follow along, but I don't know if I get necessarily as in the weeds as I do in maybe football.
It's exciting.
It is exciting. It's exciting.
But the problem, not the problem, but probably the thing with UTV is you have experiences in a lot of different places. So to get emotionally connected is probably takes some time.
It's exciting.
Yeah, that's the best way to put it. It's tough to get emotionally invested, but it's been really fun to watch. I think I think with softball in particular, I think you can't really take away from, I don't know. I would say this, like growing up in Texas and hearing about and watching Oklahoma softball growing up and I think getting to see this happen in Nebraska at this level, it's historic. It's really fun to watch. I'm so used to like Oklahoma's dominance in this that it's really fun to see Nebraska put together this type of run.
Let me ask you something, TV, because the reference of Texas, I can't help but to notice the burnt orange. And yesterday,
it's not a Texas shirt. It's just a burnt orange shirt. It's just the color. I promise it's not a Texas shirt.
I'm not bus rolling you. I'm just making an observation with the burnt orange. I find it fascinating, and we're joking about this because I've been talking about the lack of uniformity out of these SEC meetings all week, right? Coaches just willy-nilly. Different messages from, your commissioner. Then yesterday, LSU, of all places, who's had the epitome of interference from the top, says, hey, can we just be a little more unified here? We'd like to get on the same page.
We chill a little bit.
We need the consistency of messaging. But it starts with, Sark had me, and I rock with Sark, but some of the things, he took the shot at Texas Tech, and then he's talking about the playoffs and the gauntlet of a schedule. And I'm like, I guess I don't understand with you want to operate with this us, it's about us mentality, but you have to kind of rally with the conference. Is that something you could see the SEC actually being able to do, considering how much vitriol there's been within the conference in the schools? Could you ever really see uniformity?
No, I think it's tough because, I mean, you look at the way the programs interact with each other, the head coaches that all these different programs interact with each other,
it ain't
and
nice.
compared to what you see in the Big Ten, I just think it's going to be tough to get all those guys on the same page. They're all, and the weird part about it is a lot of those guys are represented by the same agent. You would think there would be some alignment in that sense because, like, hey guys, from a money standpoint, can we at least all meet in the middle, but or kind of find some common ground? But no, I think what could unify them ultimately is they have been beating the SEC drum, as a conference for so long that they could just align behind the banner and put. I mean, and some of it is there is, some, I wouldn't say writing on the wall, but they hear and see the noise. They know the Big Ten's, kind of taking this, at least from a football sense, taking this thing over, and so it's tough because I said this on a different, like I said this week too. I generally like Sankey and the SEC's vision for the sport moving. Like I find myself aligning with them and their plan than I do maybe the Big Ten or what the ACC is throwing out there. What some of these other conferences have thrown out there.
Which one, like Elko's vision or?
I think it's generally like I think generally when it's
vision.
Sorry, so when we're talking like when the commissioners have gotten together and talk, like I've preferred Sankey's line of thought more than I have Petitti's, I would say, if that makes sense.
You're talking specifically about like playoff expansion and those type of things.
I think some of that, yes, and then I think from what we've heard, I think some of what we've heard from the SEC in terms of some of their messaging comes from them wanting to even the playing field more in their favor. Again, they see what's going on in this sport. They see this is getting away from them a little bit. So some of it is them wanting to even the playing field in their favor a little bit. But generally, I think their vision for this sport is what fields. Again, I don't have the answers. I can't say what's right, what's wrong. I can't even say what's good for the sport or really bad for the sport. But I just generally find myself aligning more with how the SEC views the future of the sport than I do with how what the Big Ten has sometimes put out there and what some of these other conferences have put out there, if that makes sense.
So let me ask you this, because you use the term evening the field again back towards the SEC. Is it possible, because the way I see it is the SEC had what I would call a sort of biased advantage for a long time. That has started to even out, and they're looking to have that advantage again, which I understand. Like, it's your conference, that's your job to do, but it feels more, and this is a conference that is the most closely associated with the entity ESPN that runs the college football playoff. I tend to agree with you on like the 12 or 16 versus 24. But if the only way to get someone else in a decision-making role...
Would you stop that?
No, I won't stop.
God.
If the only way to get someone else in the room with ESPN is to expand to 24, I'm willing to hear that out. Because I've been consistent about this. I don't like that ESPN holds all the cards. I don't like that they're the ones that make all the decisions. I know that the College Football Playoff Committee is independent, but it's really not. It's run by ESPN. Whatever we can do to get other people in those roles, that's what I'm in favor of. And I wish it could happen at 12 or 16. I just don't see that happening.
I get that. I get that. My general thought on expansion is I mean, if it doesn't matter what I think, doesn't matter what we think. We're going to get 24 down the line. It feels like that's coming. I don't think we need it. I don't think we need it. I mean, like, look, it doesn't matter really how much we expand. Like, there are, again, I've said this a couple of times now. I think there's like 4 to 6 teams every year that actually have a real shot at winning this. Probably closer to 4 every year. Doesn't matter how much you expand it. We're going to see 2 to 3 of those teams at the very end of this. Typically, like that's how this is going to work, and I don't, and that's why it's like I also do wonder. Like I have some like look, it sucks that I would say it sucks that I think right now in a vacuum, if you were to ask, hey, if there's an open spot, who's getting it? Probably the SEC. If there's just an at-large spot to go somewhere, it would probably go to the SEC. That sucks. But I can't speak to when has the committee gotten it wrong. Like recently, like for sure got it wrong. Like we know without a doubt, in retrospect, they got it wrong. And when has it been necessarily in favor of the SEC? I don't know if we have, at least recently, I don't know if we have like a big example or like a significant example of that.
I mean, I think last year my big issue was I think my big issue was Alabama over Notre Dame. I didn't think it was a Miami versus Notre Dame conversation. I thought it should have been an Alabama versus Notre Dame conversation. And I thought they got it pretty wrong with Alabama. Alabama did not look like the better team to me in any sense, and they never did. But you're talking about they got 5 teams in last year. That's not happening if other people are at the table, right?
For sure.
It's just not.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and that's something where, when like you expand to 24, you get more people in there. Yeah, I think it opens up the table. All I'm saying is I don't know. Like, we have these arguments about the expansion and all of that. Ultimately, I don't know how much it matters because we're going to see the teams that deserve to be there at the end anyway. At least that's my thought.
I do think typically that college football, like the national championship, we're like, oh, they got it wrong.
No, they get it right most of the time.
But that doesn't mean so. Tim, the only thing that gives me pause or I hear a little cringe is I'm not typically always in line with the end justifies the means, because I agree with you that down the stretch it clears itself out. As a fan, I don't think just because you have more in, it makes it more enjoyable to watch. Put them someplace else. Like the championship format is an exclusive club. And we keep watering down the dress code to get more people at the party. And if that means, well, now we get to add FS1 and Fox and other networks, I want the checks and balances. I'm just not sure I want it at the expense of having to watch what would be a brutal format with a 24-team playoff and still have to stomach what happens during the regular season. And I don't mean stomach like, woe is me, 8-4 may keep a team in the hunt. I want to feel that every week when I'm looking at this scheduling, we're not just saving this. And I hear the discussions of, well, we just got to get in. We just got to get in. Like, I'm worried about that stuff because that's the unintended consequence that people don't talk about.
Yeah, I mean, look, the incentive is there for coaches and athletic departments to push for this because everyone wants to be a college football playoff team. But what does that mean when there are 24 teams in? I like we talked about. I mean, I think that initial group, that those first 4 teams that made it, those first couple, those first couple years when it was just those 4. Those teams that made it in, I mean, there's going to be, as this thing expands, I would hope an appreciation for, those 4 teams and starting it off and how exclusive it started and how it grew. But yeah, like making the playoff buys you contract incentives. It gets you, it gives you some leverage on the recruiting trail. Everyone thinks they want.
Hey,
go ahead.
I hate to. So we're really going to act like if they go to a 24-team playoff, number one, I have a hard time believing that those contracts won't have some sort of an expansion clause. We keep talking like, and I get it. Elko was joking like, hey, make it 40 so I won't get fired. Like, let's not act like they're going to have these incentive-laden contracts with a 24-team playoff, right? Nobody's going to be signing up to give away more money for a lower bar. It's
sure,
like,
but then what?
That would be like, hey man, all you need. Listen,
yeah, like Duke doesn't get incentives for making the NCAA tournament.
Just 10 clicks. Now that there's 727 online media outlets, you just need 10 clicks, and to get those 10 clicks, we'll pay you more. Like nobody's doing that.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. And that's the other risk. You do like that's the concern is a college football playoff spot right now is coveted. Making it or not making it can get you fired. We would get to like you mentioned, then we would get to that point then where it doesn't mean as much to make it in. It doesn't mean as much to I think my biggest concern with all of this is the purpose. I don't think the goal of a college football season has ever been to win a championship. Like that has not been. You don't enter the season. Only one team gets a championship. You don't enter the season with that, and your goal at the end of the year should not be.
But the playoff format has been to get
the playoff format has been. Yes, I agree.
We've gone from voting to the BCS to the college football. Like we've tried to tweak the system as much as we can to get clarity on the real champion. Or
right. But my thing is that I think we are, and maybe we're too past the point of it, but I'm going to do the bowl games used to matter type deal. But it used to be satisfying to just end the year saying, hey, you know what? We're the Capital One Bowl winners. We won 8-9 games this year and we won the Capital One Bowl. Or hey, we won, we were 5-7 last year. We won 8-9 games. We made a bowl game. Now you go 5-7. You win 8-9 games the next year. You make a run. You make it into the top 24. You lose in the first round, and you're like, well, what was the point of any of it just I think success and what this sport used to be good for, and what because you used to leave a football season. At least this was my thought on the outside. Again, as a kid growing up in the bowl era, and then obviously we transitioned to playoff. In the BCS and then in the early playoff era, it really did feel like there were still outside of the championship team. There were a good, I would say, 20 to 30 teams plus that or programs that ended the season and felt good about how the season ended. Now we're slowly but surely just getting to this point where there's only one team at the end of the year that's going to feel good about how things went, and even then, that one team. That won the championship, they may turn around and say, we just lost half the team to the NFL, so we're going to be in for a down year, and that's just what it is. Or hey, we had this all success. Oh, we got to turn around. We missed the portal window because we had this big long playoff run, and now we're just out of our luck for next year. Like that is what we're headed to, and I don't necessarily know if that's good for the health of the sport.
Yeah, well, speaking of the literal health of the sport is. With the 2014 playoff, are we really thinking we're going to see a 3 or 4 week run of underdogs like running the table like you can get on a 6-game heater in basketball? Like football just doesn't work like that. And I listen, I like the opportunity. I do. But you're reaching a point of diminishing returns where what it is that we're supposed to be accomplishing feels significantly watered down. Because you want the real unintended consequence? Mm-hmm. It will be this, because I've seen it in NHL and hockey and in the NBA and playoffs. And it will be even worse in college football because we're so unaccustomed to 8 being a number of significance. We'll never accept it as anything other than just good enough. So when 8 and 4 teams have like the 18th slot in a 24-team playoff, people aren't going to be like, oh, like Barry Manilow, like, looks like we made it. Like nobody, people won't be like that. It will still be relative to what it is that you think you're capable of as what looks like a good football team.
I would agree. I would agree.
Right? Like,
yeah.
I don't.
That's why, like, again, on its face, I don't want 24. The only reason I want 24 is for voices at the table. If I could get that.
Like Elko isn't keeping his job at 8 and 4, getting into a 24-team playoff.
No, it's like Hubert Davis did a job for making NCAA tournaments.
You know what I mean? Like that's just not this is not what it is. And just because it's 24, it's not like we're fooling ourselves by saying, "Ooh, now that it's 24, ooh, that mean we're going to be an elite like it would be just the opposite."
See, but like we say that, but like in the real, I mean, we saw it once it expanded to 12. The teams that made it in, those 9, 10, 11, those 9, 10, 11, and 12 teams, they convinced themselves that it's like, oh, we just got to win. We just got to win
10 and 11 games.
Right. For sure. Yeah, for sure.
Like there's still it's like when you make the NBA playoffs with a losing record, nobody says, "Hey, we made it." It's yeah, you're living on borrowed time.
Yeah. Would you, where is your concern level at for, again, this is an issue you run into in hockey and in NBA, where the regular season turns into a different sport?
Yeah, that's up there. That's like probably this is what I'm fearful of playing the long game internally in athletic departments. Like you'll see people play games, they'll look at the schedule and you'll start managing just subconsciously. I could see this. You'll start managing snaps and workload. And hey, it'll be week 5.
And it's aligns with 5 for 5 and no red shirt. And
I'm just nobody's gonna say it out loud because nobody will ever tell us. Like we won't say, hey, we'll get such and such out of the game, or like it just changed. Playing for 17 or 18 or 19 games is vastly different. And I'm not saying D2 and some other levels can't do it, but what I am telling you is like the value of what you're doing in game, real time, overtime, I think will naturally change. I don't know if I'll go as far as to say, well, the regular season will matter less, but how can it not if you know you can just like bag a couple of losses and play the long game?
Yeah. But I mean, again, at the end of the day, like I do still think there's compared to, again, these other leagues we talk about, there are so few regular season games where the margin for error is so like every game will still relatively matter, just in the sense that you can drop 3 to 4 games. Once you start to close in on that 5th loss, it's like, well, that's an issue. So yeah, I'm curious to see how teams approach that. I mean, because look, I mean, ultimately it doesn't matter how much we argue about it. It's coming. Like, it may not be the next couple of years, but it's coming down the line. And it'll change how the sport. I mean, one thing's for sure. Like I would say, it'll change recruiting. It'll change how you identify talent. It'll change what you recruit to. I would say backup quarterbacks and some of those like those swing offensive linemen, your 4th or 5th defensive linemen. Those pieces become so much more valuable as the season grows and as the season length, I would say, expands.
Well, Tim, speaking of recruiting, obviously Nebraska was on a pretty good run there with offensive linemen over the last week or so, and looks like starting next week, I believe, they have a ton of visits coming in. Out of the linemen, we'll start there, that committed, the 3 linemen in the past week. Is there one of them that you're just particularly high on where you're just like, hey, I just really like this guy?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Jordan Agbanoma fan. I mean, I back in the fall, I remember just kind of watching that tape and just falling in love with the player. And I think I like all 3 additions. I think there's something to like with all 3. I think Leo, you like the versatility, you like the athleticism, you like. I think relative to his experience, I think he's a little further along technically than you'd expect, which is encouraging. I think with KD's very athletic, versatile. I think the big thing with KD is going to be just, making sure his consistency and is better at the next level. He's more in control of his athleticism at the next level. But Jordan's as clean cut, I think, as an interior lineman as you will find in this cycle. It's it's really him and Albert Simeon when you talk about true, like, hey, you turn on the tape and it's just dominance for 10 to 15. You know what I mean? Like it's just dominant tape. He's a I would say he's a dominant striker. Both of those guys are, but with Ag, it's something where guys go backwards. He gets hands on you, you go backwards. He's pretty versatile in the sense that, you know, he can work outside, he can work inside, he can pull, he can climb, he can lead block, he can down block. He can do everything you want a lineman to do. And then you look at the frame and like, oh well, you don't need a whole lot of time to add any weight to him. So he's a high floor prospect with a pretty high ceiling as well, who again, I know people will scoff at it and people will question it if it happens, but he's got a good shot at being a true freshman starter. I really think that just with what his skill set is and the shape I expect him to enroll at Nebraska in, he's going to be a guy more so than these other two. I think that has a real shot at winning a starting job in year one.
Let me ask you about, and I'm not going to listen. Wide receiver recruiting it's probably one of the least of my concerns. And I get the latest news with Caden Howard and kind of the OVs of we talk about the defensive backs being in a good spot just to buy themselves some wiggle room if some key targets come off the board. Do you feel the same when it comes to wide receiver recruiting?
Ooh. Receiver recruiting is one of those things that's turned into, I would say I view receiver recruiting the way I would say the average NFL fans views running back value. There are so many wide receivers now, and there are so many that you can get that are relatively high floor that you can plug in and work in. And I would say, I mean, look, I would say this to add to that point. I think if you're a Power 5 program, you have no excuse to not have a capable wide receiver rotation. There's enough talent, there's enough body types, there's enough versatility, there's enough out there where you should be able to put together what you want. You should be able to you should be able to put together the guys you want. You should be able to find guys that you can develop. There's just so much talent. I mean, we're talking about I would say just talk about a guy like Milan Green, who's on Nebraska's board here in the cycle. You know, may not even OV based on they have they have 2 commits. They have 3 targets expected to visit that are ranked higher that they feel strongly about. But if they let's say they lose Caden Howard and they strike out with 2 of the remaining 3 targets and they have a spot out there, you have a guy in Milan Green who put up 700 yards as a sophomore, playing top private school competition in St. Louis, and sat out his junior season because of transferring. And so his recruitment's gotten is a little bit under the radar, but you turn on the tape, you look at the play, and you're like, oh, this is a productive slot receiver. Nebraska just needs a slot and just needs to add someone. That's a guy they can absolutely just kind of lay up and add potentially. So I would say that's my general thought on receiver recruiting. Now that said, there's a big, like with running backs, there's a select few, I think, at the very top of every cycle that are different, that you do need to invest in. And if you want to go get like in this cycle for Nebraska, I would say the 2 of them at the very top of this are Matthew Gregory and Khalil Taylor. I would say Taylor more than Gregory, and because of, I think you look at his frame, he's thicker. He's someone who can go up and get it. He's a ball winner. You can also take the top off of defenses, and he's a pretty well-rounded route runner. I think Gregory's a little slighter in that sense. Does a good job playing outside his frame, but he can win with underneath, win in the short area. But right now, I think some of his best stuff he does is at the catch point, downfield, and for a 6'1.5", 175 pounder. Want to see a little bit more with him underneath, but you like the overall skill set. Again, not to say Nebraska would love to have at least one of the 2, and Isaiah Alvarez on top of that, another pretty solid receiver. So they have a chance at stacking some talent here this cycle. But at the end of the day, too, I get the thing with the receiver conversation. I think in this day and age, is if you don't get it in high school, you can absolutely go get it in the portal. Like there are plenty of options for you. And that's why I say there's no excuse. There's plenty of options for you to retool your room, to add to the room. If you feel your room is missing something, you can go get something. Like there are plenty of options out there if you were looking for receivers, if you're looking for playmakers in space. There's plenty of options to add those. I don't necessarily know if, and that's why I'm going to be curious to see, like for a program like Nebraska, for some of these other programs, how the allocation of money changes at a position like that, because there's just so much now. And you could choose to just, like for Nebraska, for example, this year, right now they're working to add all of these high school receivers. But let's say Isaiah, let's say Ja'Cory, let's say Quasi all have good years, and all of a sudden all three are looking to declare. You'd have to think the math would change for Nebraska a little bit, and they'd have to say, oh, well, maybe we need to allocate, some of this money to go get a portal receiver now, because we're not necessarily sure about, the experience in the room behind the top three. That's something that, they'll have to figure out in real time. If that's, again, a hypothetical for down the line, but it's something they have to figure out in real time.
Let me ask you something, Tim, as we kind of look at the momentum from offensive line recruiting at the high school level. And I think currently on Nebraska's roster, they have probably 12 or 13 true interior linemen, only one senior in Stoutmeyer. You got 11 edges, only 2 seniors there with Anthony Jones and Cam Linhart. What does Nebraska need to do in the next cycle and a half along the defensive line at the high school level?
So I would say in 27 right now, I think they're tracking for, I would say 2 to 3 additions along the D line this cycle. Would like to see that bump up. I mean, again, I think if you factor in edge, I would say 3 to 4 in total front defenders is I think what they're tracking for this cycle. I think 28. I would like to see. Again, we're going to see it in the next few weeks. Communication with 28s really starts to pick up on June 15th. But once that gets going, I'd really like to see Nebraska get ahead with some of these top 28 edges and D linemen. I'd like to see them take some swings. I'd like to see them build out a pretty deep board. I think they're going to have the opportunity in 2028, because it's going to be the first full cycle for Roy Manning and Corey Brown. They're going to have a full a shot at bringing in their guys, bringing in a full class of their guys if they so choose.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see him attack it. I think we're starting to see body types. We've had the conversation on the show of like what Corey Brown's looking for. I think we're also starting to figure out a little bit of the body types that Manning's looking for. I'd say there's a difference. Manning, I think, is a little more open. I don't think he's, I think Manning has a little more, like he's all over. There's a 6'1" edge rusher on his board, and there's also like a 6'5", 6'6" edge rusher on his board.
Like Cucamonga, and it's like a long drink of water with Grayson.
It's all over. Yeah, it's all over. You got Kaz Moose, you've got all these different types of. You got guys that can bend. You got guys that are more stiff, and are more true power rushers. So I think he's a little more open. Brown, on the other hand, I think you're starting to see really body types emerge for him. And so I want to see them attack 28. I would say with these next few months really hard. Would like to see them pick up some wins in 27. I know, Kaz Moose and Mato Mo wouldn't necessarily be huge splash wins, but I think both of those guys, to get things started for this edge group for Manning in this cycle, if you're able to land at least one of the two, if not both, feel pretty good about at least the floor of edge recruiting moving forward. But I'd like to see them take some splashes. I'd like to see them, dial in a little bit. I would say, you can't, in the same way that I think Jeep Wade is now stacking depth on the offensive line, I'd like to see them start to stack depth on the defensive line. There's plenty of opportunity for it. The one thing I would say I don't want this program to be in a position is where I don't want this program to be in a position where they're in the portal again this offseason with a desperate need to add D linemen. I don't think whether it's enough young guys on the roster playing well enough that you feel good about the guys returning, or you land enough in recruiting, high school recruiting this cycle. Ideally, I think the goal for Nebraska should be this portal season, you go get the alignment if you need to, or you go pursue it, but it's not like a make or break type. We need to address this need like it has been the last 2 cycles or so.
That's our guy, Tim VERGHESE, Inside Nebraska. Tim, great stuff as always. We appreciate the time, and we'll talk to you next week.
Good stuff, TV.
Appreciate you guys. Have a good weekend.
Thanks, buddy.
We're going to take a quick break here. Then we'll talk to Ryan Held, head football coach at UNK. They've got a really cool camp going on. We're going to talk to him about that. That's TV. I'm Ravi. Lulla. It's Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Chevrolet. Save $12,000 off MSRP on the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 RST, a truck deal worth celebrating. 2 Chevys, 2 ways to save, this May only. We've also got the 2026 Chevrolet Trax 1RS starting at $299 a month. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Male Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Ryan Held, head football coach at UNK. Coach, how are we doing this morning?
How are we doing? Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good. I'm out here working a camp here at Kearney High School, so helping the Bearcats out a little bit this morning. So.
Oh, nice, man. What do the numbers look like?
Oh, they got good numbers out here. They do. Coach Peters is the new head coach here, and we wish him the best. Coach Cool was a legendary coach here in the state of Nebraska. He retired, and we'll miss him, but I'm excited for Coach Peters and working with him.
Yeah, it's fascinating, man. I was a huge Coach Cool fan. I covered the first state championship he won, and I thought he was like 12 when he won it. I'm trying to work a job in the real world. He looks like a pup.
Oh, I'm telling you.
Raising trophies, and he's retiring, man. That was some run, and such a good person for the community.
There's no question. He's Mr. Kearney. Obviously, he was here a very long time. He'll still be around, and this community was blessed to have him for sure.
Coach, so tell us about these camps that you're doing. I know you said you're at Kearney High now, and you're trying to get some. I know you're trying to get some local groups together to get some exposure for kids. What kind of led to that?
Idea.
Well, for us, and I think I maybe mentioned this before, but we have over 70 Nebraska kids when we start this fall, which is a lot. More than half of our roster are Nebraska kids, and we have 110 Midwest kids. So we're really trying to really get these kids that fit our DNA and, within our footprint. On Monday, we'll be at Millard South, June 1st, and, what we thought we could do, because, when kids go to camps, the mega camp's not a new thing. There's been a million of them, but for these Nebraska kids and regional kids, we thought, all right, well, normally we do it just us. Let's invite Midland, Concordia, Nebraska Wesleyan, Doane. So when a kid comes, maybe we don't think he fits us, but he's got 4 or 5 other coaches that are going to watch him. So now you're going to get multiple exposures, obviously. And, we want to help our Nebraska kids out and give them as much exposure. And we want to help our in-state colleges as much as we can, help that and partner, because, we're all in this trying to help kids. If you're in it for the right reasons, I'm not worried about somebody else wants to go somebody else. That's recruiting. That's the way it is.
Yeah, I love the philosophy, and I think that's what's endeared you to a lot of the guys that I know that are at Kearney. Number one, straightforward. Number two, pretty other-centered when it comes to it being about young people. Been a pleasant surprise working with other coaches that there's still some good, right, where it's like, hey, it's not always just about us. If we start thinking outside the scope, it's going to pay dividends.
Well, there's no doubt. And what are we trying to do? I mean, we're always going to start in-state. Well, let's help our in-state kids out, you know? I mean, let's start at home, whether it's Omaha, Lincoln, or wherever. It doesn't matter. I mean, you know, we're going to do a Lincoln one later on in July. But, you know, let's get as many kids as we can to get them exposure. And what's better than working these camps? Because we will do individual as part of the camp. So these kids will get to work with us at UNK. So these kids get to see how we coach. And then the other coaches get to watch. And so they get the good evaluation. I mean, we'll test them as well. But I just think it's a win-win for everybody. If I'm an Omaha kid, I'm coming if I have any aspirations of playing at the next level.
Coach, is your you mentioned there, I know we talked about this before, about how much of your roster is local, 70 Nebraska kids. Like, when you started out at UNK, was that an intentional thing, or did you just kind of find yourself gravitating towards the kids that Nebraska was producing?
Well, I mean, obviously, I have a endearment for the Nebraska kids, you know, having played at Nebraska and coached at Nebraska. So, I mean, there's always that. But, you know, these kids are good players, and they're kids that want to come to work. They want to get an education. And in this world of the transfer portal world, I want these kids that want to come, be a part of our program. We play in a great conference. They want to develop. And, you know, then we can keep kids 3, 4, 5 years. You know, if you're just a bunch of mercenaries from, you know, far, far away, these kids aren't going to stay. I mean, Kearney's a great place, but it's not, you know, Orlando, Florida. And so, you know, I mean, that's what we got to do. And I look at the teams that have won, right, guys, in the region, South Dakota State, right, North Dakota State. Well, what's their footprint? What's their DNA? Well, they get kids within 5 or 6 hours, and those kids stay and develop. We just have to be a program of development. We have great coaches in the state of Nebraska, and we want to take their kids and help them become their best version.
Yeah, it's fascinating because, you know, what I hear, at least in the metro, and maybe people just say nice things to me because they know how much I respect you, but your peer recruiting, like guys that you've recruited that are from the area, say a lot of good things about the recruiting style and what happens when they get there. Have you noticed that it's like, you know, when you do right by kids, they tell other kids, because we already know that from a coaching standpoint, your credentials are proven?
Well, you know, again, Damon, it comes down to what is your why? And, you know, if your why is hopefully for the right reasons to help kids, that's your starting point. You know, what's your mission statement? And, you know, we needed to build the relationship with these Nebraska coaches. I want these coaches to feel confident if they send a kid to Kearney that we're going to take care of him. Not that we're perfect and we can't make everybody succeed, because it comes down to the kid as well. But, you know, I think if you have a culture, which we've worked really hard getting our culture, and culture is such a overused word, I know, but a culture where guys want to come and get a degree and play great football and develop and help us, we help them. It's a win-win situation, but you got to hold people to the standard, and we got to stick to our processes, which, you know, we are. And, you know, we start workouts on Monday with our guys. And you remember, Damon, the old summer days, you know, Boyd Epley and Mike Arthur and all them getting us out there. I mean, that's Coach Osborne used to say, you know, when the summer was over, our season's been decided. We just haven't played the games. And so you want to have as many kids as you can. And those Nebraska kids are going to be here, and the Midwest kids. And like I said, we got to get the right out-of-staters that want to be here.
It's interesting because you're getting, you know, collabing with the other area coaches. You get the sense that the sentiment is same. There's a lot of familiarity. I know a lot of you guys know one another. How long did the idea take to come about? Or was it just like, yep, I see it, count us in?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is the first year we've done it. So, you know, we reached out to, you know, example, Jeff Jamrog. We've all known Jeff for a long time. He's done a great job at Midland. So, you know, hey, Jeff, do you want to bring your staff? And here's another opportunity for you to see guys. And then we reached out to other coaches. And, you know, so this year there's 5 or 6. Maybe next year it becomes, you know, 10. You know, we've had other coaches from other states ask if they can come. You know, we've tried to keep it more, you know, in the state of Nebraska, but this thing could blow up to where, you know, Lindenwood has a really good camp where there's a lot of colleges that go there to evaluate those kids. And I'm not trying to make this a Lindenwood, but why not start in the Omaha metro, where huge population, a lot of great great players, and then others can come as well, but then you can get evaluated, which again, we're trying to set a platform to help these kids, whether it's with us or with other programs.
Coach, you mentioned the camp here in Omaha on Monday. Is that still open for kids that want to participate?
It is, yeah. They just go to lopercamp.com, and they can still sign up, register or check-ins at 5:30. We'll be out there ready to go, and we'll be testing them out and then getting in Indy. And they get a lot of work. Like this isn't, we're not trying to make it a money grab, which some of these places do just to get money so the coaches can go to Bermuda and have fun, on the beach. We're trying to help these kids, and then they're gonna get work. We're gonna put them to work. So how about Rhonda Revelle last night, man? God, I went to bed and onions, man. Onions. I love that, Coach. See you later. She's over. So I'm so excited for her. And then Husker baseball, what's today, I think. So anyway, there's my Husker shout out.
Hey, listen, you know what's crazy about Coach Revelle? We were there at the same time, right? I mean, she's 93, we were 92.
Oh, I know. It's crazy.
Watching her growth and evolution and just how her play, it's quietly, because we get it, so I say quietly, it's one of the greatest stories. I mean, we're talking year 34, Coach. Like, her growth.
It's amazing in today's world that someone could stay that long and want to stay that long, right? Because obviously she's had a lot of successes. I don't know if she's been trying to get poached at some point, but she decided, I'm a Husker through and through the whole, and I'm all in. And here she is reaping the benefits. And I mean, her program, obviously is in great shape. And, I heard her talk about, just these girls just go to work, man. And it was never over. And I mean, it was just, she's over. We'll see you. So that was big.
Let me ask you something. You've had so many experiences, and I talked, was this Tuesday maybe, where I'm listening to these coaches and their meeting, their conference meetings, and that this market, this isn't sustainable, this methodology isn't sustainable. And I keep hearing all this talk about, hey, just finding guys that love football, competitive stamina, this, that, and the other, and being able to build relationships. It sounds fuddy-duddy and in such a transient, fluid deal. But you got to be telling yourself, if you can make some hay by still good old-fashioned continuing to build relationships, because even guys that are spending millions, Coach Held, are finding out it still boils down to relationships.
Well, in relationships, and again, I'm not in the D1 world, but if I was, you're going to recruit a kid that wants this amount of money. But what am I going to do as a coach to help this kid? Because that money is only temporary. All right. Am I going to help you develop? Am I going to help you get, so you understand the game to where this could be long withstanding? Because that money is going to be done, man. And if you don't have the relationship, caring about them, helping them become their best version, helping them develop, I mean, there still is that element of it, even though I know today, and I'm not in that world anymore, but if I was, it still has to be the relationship. And you know what? You couldn't be afraid of, your ass better get to class. Your butt better be in the weight room, even though you make 10 times what I make. It doesn't matter. I'm still going to hold you to the standard.
Coach, do you think sometimes, you see this at the high school level a lot, right? Where you get a super talented player and you coach them differently because you're afraid of them leaving or you're afraid of them checking out or whatever. Like, do you think we've gotten to a point in, whether it's at your guys' level, whether it's at the Division I level, that like, just looking at it, are you afraid we might get to that point where some coaches are just feel like they can't coach kids hard because they're afraid of, they're just going to hop in the portal and leave?
I know.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question. There's no question about it. But I can tell you this, when all this thing, came to fruition and it's what it is, I made an executive decision. I'm not going to change who I am. If you don't want to be a part of this because you want to go do it, and I'm not going to walk on eggshells for anybody. You're part of this program, and I think that's where coaches got to draw the line and be like, you know what? You can't worry about that kind of stuff. This is the world, live in it. These are the waters, live in it, and you can't worry about that kind of stuff. But yes, I do believe that coaches will walk on eggshells, and maybe head coaches are like, hey, listen, be a little bit easy on Johnny. I don't want him to get in the portal. Like, screw that. Like, I mean, screw that. I'm not. I'm not. Go somewhere else, because you know what? We're doing that kid an injustice, right? If we're not holding him to the standard. And then let me tell you, and again, I'm not in that world, but I know that. And Damon, you can relate to this. Like as a player back then, if we all saw that certain guys had all these different, exceptions and this, that, and the other. I mean, what kind of team are you building? You're building a team of the haves over here can do what they want, and everybody else has another set of rules, and you're never going to win if you have that kind of type of culture.
It's just fascinating because, I look at your roster and then how you recruit it. It's so stinking competitive, and you clear it. It has to be intentional, because if guys think that they're going somewhere just because it's not someplace else. I love the fact that your culture, and I know you don't love using it, but your culture seems to say, listen, I don't care what level you think you're playing at or where you are. When you're here with us, you're competing every day and you will get coached hard. It seems like that really helped you out this recruiting cycle with how good a guys you got.
Well, no doubt. And then, just really buying into knowing the type of player that we need. And back to Nebraska, there were kids that we wouldn't recruit because they didn't fit what we wanted to do, right? Well, we know now, I'm now going into year 4, and I've been in the MIAA, which is a great league, obviously, and we know the type of players that we need to get. Early on, we got burned a little bit, because it was maybe, let's take this kid, he's really talented, but let me tell you, when I hear the "but," she's over. You're out. I'm not dealing with you anymore. Because now I have to make exceptions for you, or you're going to ruin my culture. So these coaches know is ad nauseum. I have to know, what kind of kid is he? What kind of culture guy is he? Does he love football? Is he going to go to class and all that? And then they bet, guys, they come here, and then obviously we have more guys are returning, and they help, facilitate the way we do things.
How many guys have you seen in terms of coaches that have ever been successful long-term taking the, he's really talented, but guys?
Boy, I'm telling you, it's a low percentage. And listen, trust me, I've been a part of it. So I'm not, there's no,
yeah,
I have done it, but the key is when you've done these type of things, you need to learn from your mistakes. And I've made a million mistakes. We made mistakes at Nebraska, okay, on some kids. But I learned a lot from that experience, even though, whatever and that. And that's really helped me. But even here, we've made mistakes. But now I feel like we're really kind of finding our own. And I think we got a chance to be really good this fall. But, again, you could be really good in the MIAA and be 5 and 6. But that's what makes it fun. That makes what makes our league fun. I mean, it's the Big Ten, SEC, and Division II, top to bottom.
Yeah, I saw, and I had the unfortunate experience of coaching against him, but because I think he just hit his head on another goalpost. But I saw Colton Tilford at state wrestling, and his frame and his growth and the level of excitement from the competitiveness standpoint, man, you got so many guys like that on your roster that I'm just huge fans of, whether they torched us in high school or I helped coach them in high school. Your ability to recruit, man, it's been fantastic.
Well, and again, I mean, Kearney's a really good spot. And, they come here. We got really good facilities. We have a lot to offer these kids. I mean, don't forget this name, Kyler Lawrenson from Bennington. He redshirted for us. That kid's a freaking stud now. I don't like just putting guys out there, but, he had an incredible spring. And if he walks in, he kind of looks like a guy that would be a surfer in Huntington Beach, California. But he'll whoop your butt. I mean, he's a wrestler. No one messes with him, but he's, 5'10", 190. But he's one of our best football players as a redshirt freshman. That's one example. I mean, he was the best player on the football field in that state championship game.
I'm still gushing over that. And there were some fellas in that game. But it started with the wrestling thing when he was younger, but just I felt like during the broadcast, I have to stop lamenting over how good this guy is, because he had, double-digit tackles. I don't think he's got anything left in the tank. He gets a huge carry. He breaks 7 tackles. Everything he's not this fast, or he's not. And all he kept doing was showing up and making plays. I'm a huge, huge fan.
Well, let me tell you what's amazing is, and we have good running backs now. I mean, we have good players, and you think that they're going to make that kid miss? His eyes are so good with that dang wrestling. He just shoots, man, and no one makes him miss. Now, I'll say that against Wayne State, he has 48 missed tackles. I'm kidding, but like he literally, I mean, he's incredible.
He's a machine,
and we got Tegan Urban coming in, and he hadn't played it down for us. But that's the type of guy that we have coming in these great programs in the state. Kip Brigham from Wahoo, right? Stud, right? Derek Jones from Papio South, he got injured, was one of the best players in the Metro. So, the list goes on. We have a lot of guys coming in here, but these guys fit our culture. They fit what we want here, and we're excited to keep recruiting these type of kids to UNK. We want to make the state proud, and we're playing both in-state schools again, Wayne State, and we play Shadron week 2 for the Good Life Trophy. I don't know if you guys knew, we play them for an actual trophy, and their Coach Long does a great job up there, and so we keep it in state, man, and it's a freaking battle now. I mean, it is a freaking battle, and we're looking forward to having a great summer and then getting on the battlefield with these guys.
Oh, fantastic stuff.
Coach, go out there and get some Millard North guys for me, all right?
Heck yeah, on it. Thanks, guys, for having me. I always appreciate it. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you.
You got it. Be well.
All right, we'll see you.
That's Ryan Held, head coach at UNK. I believe he said lopercamps.com if you're a high school football player and want to sign up for Monday's exposure camp. They do this in basketball all the time.
Yeah.
Right? I've been to a million of these as a coach where you've got 20 different coaches there, and these kids get an opportunity to kind of show what they're about and get a chance to earn some scholarship offers. Yeah,
it's because it's a lot of good. He hit.
No, he hit all. He was playing the DB greatest hits.
Brigham,
Urban,
Lordson.
Like those are your dudes. You like Derek Jones too.
He was fantastic.
Yeah,
he couldn't. We kind of caught a break because he was coming back from an ankle injury, but
yeah,
he used to hoop too, and so I knew his personality, I knew his family, knew his little brother, another really, really good player. And when he says guys by because this is not really how Coach Held is.
Yeah.
It's very much keep it, but when he's outwardly calling out your name, you probably got a good chance.
0% surprise with Lawrenson. No, 0. Like
not at all.
I was like, yep, I remember seeing that guy. That makes sense.
that tracks.
That guy was the best player on the field with a lot of really good players that day.
100%.
All right, let's take a quick break here. We've got Mike Sautter coming up next. Hurrdat Sports and NebPreps. It's Hurrdat Sports Live. We'll be right back.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Chevrolet. Save $12,000 off MSRP on the 2026 Chevrolet Silverado 1500 RST, a truck deal worth celebrating. 2 Chevys, 2 ways to save, this May only. We've also got the 2026 Chevrolet Trax 1RS starting at $299 a month. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Just our fan base is one thing that plays a huge part into us as a team. We rally with our fans for sure, and no matter what, if they show out, we're gonna play great. We're gonna be very competitive and just play as hard as we can, no matter what.
I mean, I think we're all expecting just our fans to be behind us for the whole 9 innings or however long we get to play. And it's also a joy for them to be able to experience this as far as us too. I mean, it's been since 2008, and we're all looking forward to it, and it's a long time coming. So,
you know, no matter who's on the mound, everyone in the dugout, everyone in the bullpen has the utmost confidence in each and every person. But Carson especially, we all love going out and watching him throw. His stuff's electric. He gets everybody going in the dugout. He's everyone's number one fan. So it's great to have a guy on the mound like that to start us off on a weekend.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Nissan. Lease the 2026 Nissan Rogue Platinum starting at $349 a month. A platinum lease for less this May. 2 Nissans, 2 great deals. Only at Edwards. We've also got the 2026 Nissan Pathfinder SV starting at $399 a month. Another win for May. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Nissan.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Oh, yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
Mike Sautter.
Yeah.
Mike Sautter.
Oh, man, you're going to put me on the spot.
Mike Sautter.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live, presented by Next Gen Mail Medical. That's DBM Ravi Lulla here at Hurrdat Sports HQ. We are joined now by Mike Sautter from Hurrdat Sports and NebPreps. What's up, Mike? How we doing? Oh, you're at Millard North. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Wow.
Look at those Stangs running in the background. We love it. Love to see it. Oh, what a great day for you. What a privilege.
Okay, Jerome. Let's chill the flip out.
Look at it.
What a beautiful sight to see. Oh, you just made my day, Mike. I appreciate you.
Why are they being nice to you?
I figured you would enjoy that, Ravi. That's why I did that.
No, thank you. That's terrific.
Hey, I know the last time you said, "Hey, Damon, I did that for you." I figured you'd enjoy it. I'm going to go with never, and it's been like 13 years.
Didn't he come help you with your lawn?
No,
he
suggestions.
Oh, okay.
I said I would, and you. I said I would, and you didn't take me up on the offer. Like me saying I would come over.
I'm sorry, and then you reminded me, and by then it was too late. I got Lupe Fiasco.
Whoa.
It's my dude.
So what are you doing over at the finest place on earth?
The Millard North Hoop Fest is today, all day, 9 to 6. So I'm here.
God, turn it off for a day, could you? Like, just chill.
Ball never stops.
And listen. When I walked in the gym today, I was like, oh man, this is where I'm supposed to be. So I felt good about it.
I thought you looked really good Saturday, man. I thought baseball was where you were supposed to be.
I don't know if people know this about me, but if I could be in a gym watching basketball, I'll be in a gym watching basketball.
No, I think most people know that about you.
No, baseball was fun though. It was good.
How good was that day?
It was really good. All 3 games were highly competitive, and it was obviously 2, really close games. Well, all 3 games were close, but the last 2, the B game was just awesome. Scott being left for dead and coming back and winning was kind of fun. And obviously, the Millard North Lincoln East game was a good time. 2 high-level teams, the highest level of teams that we have kind of going right now, I guess, if you look at the last couple of years. So probably throw West Side in there this year. They didn't have a great tournament, but, still in that conversation at this point, I think.
I was fascinated. We talked to Coach Day yesterday, and I don't know if you got a chance to hear any of it, but just his he's very authentic. We know that, but just how that game actually unfolded versus what he's telling us, it's fascinating to watch that thing coexist. Because real time, I'm yelling in the hallways, talking to you every 5 minutes. I'm like, oh, did you see that? And I can't believe this, and getting Day out of there, and all these other things. And he's like, yeah, it got away from me. I had no idea. It's a good thing I got really good at. Like, he just was so candid and honest. He was fantastic.
Yeah, probably more of hard to turn off the dad part in that moment, I think, a little bit. But I will say one of the things that I even wrote it down right away. Middle of the 5th, after Bubba sacked bunts, first of all, which is, surprising for that kid. Sack bunts, and then middle of the inning, he's playing center field, or actually it was after he sacrificed bunt. Yeah. They paused the game so he could go out to the bullpen and start throwing and getting his arm ready. And then, once the inning's ready to start, he just comes out of the bullpen, plays center field. And they did that for 3 innings in a row. And I was like, you know what? That's really smart. Just get him ready.
He's like, yeah, I'm pretty dumb. I didn't think about it logistically. It's way out there in center field. Werner plays different. Oh, our partner.
How we doing? My man, Ravi.
Buddy, how you doing?
I'm getting a little older from the last time. My favorite comment I kept on my phone was how young I looked one time. He said that. Yeah. He looks young too. So.
About 32, looking good.
Said about 32, looking good.
Hey,
I figured he was walking by me, so I figured out, Millard North.
Absolutely. Congratulations.
Probably time for Ravi to get new. You get that sweatshirt. That'd be well.
I know. Hey, I'll come pick up some gear from you anytime.
Said I'll come pick up some gear anytime.
Damon, I'm more happy to get you.
Damon, he's got some gear for you too. So.
You got it, man. I'll put it in the collection.
Tell him I'm still waiting on a baseball hat.
Ravi said he still wants a baseball hat.
We're so unprofessional. This is
hat. Yeah. He said he thought he got you one, Ravi.
So. No, I'm still waiting on one.
Yeah, Behringer's
said he's still waiting on one.
I'll text him. I'll tell him I'll text him.
Hey,
he said he'll text you.
That's a principle, as you guys know, that if he could play and put on any uniform of any of his sports teams, he would.
Oh yeah. Well, and he's
uber competitive,
and he's a baseball guy. Yeah, terrific.
Listen, the dude was wearing the black stripe, face paint stuff for the game, for the championship game. That's how that that your principals. Yeah, he was in front of the student section with the had the 3 lines of paint that kids do nowadays. That's a principle that gets it.
Yeah, right? And tell him that's kind of a dicey chant student section, man. I was like,
it's not like Lincoln East was much better.
Dude, before the game, East was giving it to him.
The thing about state baseball, specifically the championships, now that they went to the winner take all format, the student sections make the environment so much better. Oh, it's unbelievable. Because you don't get student sections in regular season. You just don't for baseball games. So it's a lot more fun.
the contrasting styles of the coaches I thought was fascinating, right? Because we're doing the in-game interviews, and Coach Day's dropping terms like "don't cry over spilt milk," and conversely, Coach Dunn is like, "Hey, man, this is kind of what we do." Just their styles are different, and yet in A, very similar, intense. Keep chopping wood. Ask me as few questions as possible. we got stuff to do. It was fascinating.
Yeah, and in A, you're right. Those guys are very intense.
Yeah,
and super like culture builder people. Like that's just at their core. Especially Coach Lonick. That's just what he is. And obviously, he's built a juggernaut.
No, they're a monster.
Now, so. Yeah, it does help, and I mean, neither one of them really shy away from it at all. Like, yeah, hey, we get kids to want to come to our program and play for us. Why wouldn't you? That in this day and age, that's fine. So I don't have an issue with any of that at all, obviously. So as I've said in the past, if you're not breaking any rules, I don't care what you do as far as trying to get better.
Unapologetically.
How about the thing that really stuck out to me over the last weekend was the depth of pitching and like the depth of arms that some of these teams had. Like when I was coming up through high school, or even I think as recently as like 10 or so years ago, like you might have one, maybe two guys you felt like you really trusted, but it felt like at certain points, especially I know it was the case for Lincoln East, and we talked about that, Mike, in terms of the depth of arms. But, we were talking to Coach Lavick, and he's like, yeah, Smith said he asked for the ball, but he was going to have a pretty short leash.
Yeah, he was like, oh, boy. I couldn't believe – so yesterday was great. That was a great 2 interviews.
Yeah. I mean, Millard North was like, okay, Driffle's going to have to pitch like all 7 innings and be just nails and all that stuff. And he really, started slow. But then he settled down because you just thought like, all right, they don't have enough pitching to hang here because Lincoln East has, everyone available. And that's kind of how it turned out. But there's a lot more runs in that game than I think anyone anticipated. I thought that game would be like a 3-2, pitcher's duel.
Well, it settled down in a hurry.
Yeah, after the first inning, it was quiet.
I think there was some nerves maybe at first, and then it calmed down. But yeah, it was a great environment. It's fun. Like I think we maybe not forget, but the person responsible for getting that thing to a winner take all is Dan Masters.
Yeah.
Dan
he's great.
Yeah. He worked for the NSAA and was in charge of baseball, and that was his baby.
Yep. And he loves his baseball, man.
I will say this about the NSAA, like Colton, fantastic. Like he's done a fantastic job taking over for Dan in that role. And one of the cool things was the Mike Patterson kind of recognizing him and letting him throw out the first pitch and stuff. Pretty classy move by them. So.
And he was constantly checking on us. Hey, how's the experience? Appreciate you guys coming here. And I knew he took some heat early in the week. He was fantastic. Like you can tell.
Let's go.
You can totally tell.
You bring that on back to the office.
This is a size large. I think that'll fit your big dome, Ravi.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, although the ego has been inflated since the Millard North Success Tour, but we'll make it fit.
Yeah. So Coach Lavick was telling us when Jax told him. He said before the game, listen, man, if it's crunch time and you need me, give me the rock. And you don't know that ahead of time. They misplay the foul ball, and you're thinking, right. Oh boy, here we go. And dude just shoves for the next 3 hitters, and it's like, yeah, okay, he had it under control.
Well, the best part was he goes, hey, yeah, hasn't been able to locate the breaking ball and the fastball in the same outing very often.
We looked at the stats.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
11 innings pitched, 16 walks. This is gonna get a little dicey. Nah,
it did not.
Just strike guys out. No big deal.
Yeah, 2 walks an inning, and in that situation probably wouldn't have worked. So it was good.
Are you ready? You were within almost just about 3 weeks and some change for your event.
Yeah, 7-on-7 tournament. Yeah, I'm ready. I've been ready. So born ready. I don't know if you know that about me.
Our guys are looking forward to it. You got a good crop.
Yeah, I did. So I mean, I sent the schedule out. What was that, 2 Mondays ago, maybe sometime in May. So I really feel like I balanced the schedule pretty well with the pools, and you know, the bracketing with 20 teams was a little hard. First time I've ever had to do that. So there's 4 bunny bracket games, if you will, or play-in games to the regular tournament, but that's the only way I could do it. Yeah, I mean, should be pretty talented. Millard South, I have, well, Coach Mendenhall and I have talked, and he wanted to make sure that it was the Thursday and Friday and not moved into Saturday because the Battle in the Boneyard. So that means that one Trey Taylor can do both events, if, you know, all of that stuff. So sounds like he'll be there.
You know, he's got to keep him there another couple of hours before all his buddies show up on the 19th for the recruiting weekend.
Right. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing you have that. And we ran into that a little bit last year with, remember, like Jets Mulla had to leave after the first day and stuff, but I can't control those things.
I remember playing in that tournament with Braylon Warren going into the 9th grade. We did not have Rezek, so bleep happened. Okay, it's just a summer 7-on-7 tournament. Let's get over it.
Hey, maybe you guys won't lose to Lakeview in the quarterfinals this year.
Yeah, what an omen.
Listen,
you know about Lakeview too. Like,
yeah,
that's just what they do. They're really good, and we tried to tell our guys, we're like, hey man, like,
don't get twisted.
You'll catch an L.
Yeah. And VERGHESE, their quarterback, he's back again. So like, he's pretty mobile and a good player. So they're back in the tournament too. We added like Trainer Iowa this year, Lincoln Southeast, Norris, Greenfield at quarterback there.
Oh, I missed Southeast. Good get.
Yeah, Southeast, and then I mean, your usual suspects: West Side, North South, Bellevue West, obviously because they're hosting. Lewis Central's in it. Omaha Central, Millard North, what they look like with kind of the new pieces there. So that'll be fun. I'm not going to rattle off all 20 off the top of my head because I don't know if I remember it off the top.
Pap South is in, right?
They are not. That was a late cancel. They had something else with Rayburn and a quarterback and stuff. I think going that next day or something to South Dakota State is the reasoning. So it's fine. We have 20 teams. It's going to be really good, and it's always fun to do that. So June 18th and 19th at Bellevue West is where it'll be. So, and I do got to give a shout out, like
SDSU's camp is that weekend because, you know, Mike is all in on Coach Jackson too, but we reconsidered, and then how about Iowa? I was like, yeah. All right, buddy.
I actually called Coach Jackson this was like January, because I set the dates in December and started telling coaches, hey, these are the dates, and da-da-da-da. I called Coach Jackson. I was like, hey, if you do a team camp or whatever, work around these dates. And so he must have done that for me to help me out a little bit. So, yeah.
Well, that's nice of him.
He's I mean,
you said you want to give a shout out to somebody, Mike?
They're going to win too.
Oh, yeah. So Morrow and Bellevue West, like Nicole, actually, his secretary, it does a lot of work to help me out for this event. So be nice to her if, you know, you're a parent and you're showing up, or just a fan and you want to maybe watch Trey Taylor throw a football around, you know, and they're asking for you to pay to get in because referees, the cost of referees and we have to write that check is $4,175 for the 2 days. So yes, we do have that. So.
I love, and this is a Nebraska alumni, I love the whole come watch Trey Taylor throw the ball around. Hey, numbnuts. Braylon Warren is also at the Elite 11.
I understand.
Pretty good.
I understand.
Guy. So
he's committed to Missouri. Okay, hey, Missouri. If you're a Missouri football fan, come watch Braylon Warren throw the football around.
Jackass. Ravi gets the compliment. DB gets the scuds.
Come on, man. Okay, who's the first ever person to interview Braylon Warren after he got offered by Iowa State 3 years ago?
Mike Jerome Sautter.
Correct. So big fan of Braylon Warren. Have been for a long time. I remember interviewing him after a passing league at Lewis Central in on a Wednesday in June 3 years ago. And he was nervous. He was so nervous to do that.
He's matured a ton. Big, strong
right
now.
You know what I hope for him this weekend is that he just goes out and kills it. He will. And then people will be like, "Oh, this kid's actually pretty good."
He will,
because
he's good in that
right.
Big arm, extremely accurate. That's a good setting for him.
Yeah, I think he is undervalued. Is that the term? Yep. As far as locally, I think Braylon Warren's pretty undervalued from casual fans, not people,
It's not often you have a quarterback in the Elite 11, but he has a running back that goes for 2 bills every season. So,
right.
Tay gets a lot of the.
He got overshadowed by Jet last year in terms of he may go through, and this is not a slight to him at all, but he might go through his entire career and never be the best quarterback in the state, even though he's an SEC college ball quarterback. It's easy. It can be easy to be overlooked.
Yeah, which isn't really fair to him because he's obviously put the work in and done a great job. I just, I hope he does well because I think there's some local media that's out there that maybe needs to see him actually throw a football before passing judgment.
Yeah, and and he had to. Wow. Wow.
I caught that.
I'm just saying. Sometimes just because Nebraska doesn't offer it doesn't make them bad at football or not as good or better than the person that Nebraska has offered to play football.
I think that's good to keep in mind, just generally speaking.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, sometimes it's a little difficult to follow guys like Anthony Rizak, who's pretty prolific and set a lot of records.
Pretty good.
I mean, not bad. You're playing in the same eras back to back, like Gatorade Award winners in Tamala and Rizak.
Oh, let's go.
There's a polo. Look at me.
My God.
Should I put this on? I don't think I could put this on.
No.
People would be mad at me.
It might be a little big for you.
Hey, this is a 2X. Perfect for you, Ravi.
Perfect. That's perfect.
All right. Hey, this is weird, and don't ask me to elaborate. Are you an innie or an outie belly button?
Oh.
I'm just wondering.
I generally.
You're an innie, right?
Oh man, I could say some stuff right
Please
now.
Please don't. No.
Generally, in is better.
Why did you say it like that?
Knock it off. I don't need to hear from you.
He still didn't answer the question.
No, he said he's an innie.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Generally,
Zip it. I only ask because Jimmy Neutron freely admitted that he was an outie, and I felt he was an extremely rare company.
It is very rare. I mean,
I was just taking a straw poll. No biggie.
I have no idea what you're getting at.
See, you guys are making it something. I just simply wanted to know innie versus outie.
So the estimate is only about 10% of people have outie belly buttons.
That's crazy. When he said
so,
that,
it is an outlier. Like it's a pretty no pun intended. It is a pretty big outlier.
All right, bro. Oh my God! It's like a DJ, like it's scratching. It's like the Golden Child. I want the knife.
He did use to
I
DJ.
want the knife.
I did actually. If you didn't know that,
You
so,
big dagger guy.
What'd you say?
Shout out Golden Child. Oh, nothing. I'm just
No, what I was gonna say is, I'm generally a giver of my time and things like that, rather than receiving.
Noted.
Okay.
Tell Aaron thank you for the gear.
Yeah.
And you just enjoy your time at the best high school on the planet. All right.
I will. I'm watching Callan Steinbeck. Callan Steinbeck playing right now.
Going to be a good player. Hey, much like Babyface, when will we see you again?
Oh man, that is a good pull. Babyface used to be. So I'm sorry, we got to go. But Babyface used to be so Jodeci, Babyface. Those were my main two. If you're trying to,
Is that your smushing music?
If you're trying to,
we're not using that word.
Back in the day, if I was trying to, do some stuff, you throw that on.
You're an innie.
You throw that on. Yeah, you throw that on, and it would be a good night. Normally, most of the time. So
he dated a few sisters too. Good for you, Jerome.
All right, Mike. We will talk.
Okay.
See you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, buddy.
That's Mike Sautter, Hurrdat Sports, NebPreps. Can't wait to get my Millard North gear. I'm excited about that.
Look at you. Are you just? I'm happy for you.
I'm glowing. I love those hats. Those are great hats.
Nobody honks like you do.
Listen, it's. I was actually thinking about this the other day because, and we're gonna get to Rico here in a second. But somebody said something to me about it's kind of weird. And it's like, I'm not doing like a glory days thing. I didn't really have them, right? Like I wasn't a star athlete or anything like that.
Yeah.
What I figured out was I'm sure you know this about me because I have an enormous ego, but I'm very proud of who I've become. And so listen, you say sometimes self-awareness is not my strong suit. It really is though.
Oh.
I'm really proud of who I've become.
Yeah.
And so as a part of that, it's the same reason I honk for Omaha so hard, the same reason I honk for Nebraska so hard. Like because I'm proud of who I've become and I'm happy with who I am as a person, I'm really proud of the places I came from.
All right. Go Stangs.
So like I'll rock with Millard North High School, Millard North Middle School, Montclair Elementary. Shout out.
You're a Montclair guy?
Shout out Wildcats. I still know the song. Big Omaha guy. Yeah, I was talking to Jet Tamal's dad last night at the Huskers.
Cool dude, isn't he?
No, I love Justin. I've played pickleball with him before.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I had met his wife before, and she's like, "Oh yeah, we played pickleball." I was like, "Oh shoot!" Like it was out of context, so I didn't recognize her.
He's a good dude.
Terrific dude. But it's like as soon as the Patriot colors are off, like I liked how Jet played for forever. Like I'm after his sophomore year, I was like, "Why doesn't this dude have offers?"
Yeah.
And
you felt like you needed to run over and tell me during 7-on-7.
Yeah, I was like, hey, he's pretty good. Can we get some offers up for this guy?
I was like, can we at least get off the field first?
I was like, nah, I got to talk about this. But like, as soon as the Patriot colors are off, like I'm all in on Jet Tamala, right? Like he's an Omaha guy. We're riding for our Omaha guy. Like I hope he plays at Alabama. I hope he wins the starting job. Probably next year. They got some guys right now, but like I hope he wins the starting job. Like I ride for the people from where I'm from because I'm proud of who I've become.
My man, he said the ego thing still had me laughing.
Yeah, I know. That's I like to give some acknowledgement sometimes. Like I got a little self-awareness.
I feel better about that belly button stat.
Yeah, it's only 10%. It's pretty rare. I thought 10's actually high. I thought it was lower than that. It's pretty rare.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah, it's 9 out of 10. Got the innies.
Do we have Rico?
We'll talk. Let's take a quick break. We'll get Rico here. We'll ask him what kind of belly button he's got, and we will ask him all about Oklahoma City and what it was like to be there for the walk-off last night for Nebraska softball.
Is he doing his hair, Neutron, or what are we getting? Do you know?
We're getting full Rico.
All right.
We're going full Rico?
The full Suave experience.
Love to hear it.
No screaming kids, but who knows? Anything's possible.
All right, cool.
What happens in OKC stays in OKC. That's DB. I'm Ravi Lulla. We'll be right back. More Hurrdat Sports Live.
It's time for Stars, Stripes, and Savings at Edwards Hyundai. Lease the 2026 Hyundai Palisade SE all-wheel drive starting at $339 a month. Big savings to start May right. 2 great Hyundais, 1 big May event. Let's go. We've also got the 2026 Hyundai Elantra SE. Sign and drive for $0 down starting at $249 a month. Don't wait. Get in on Stars, Stripes, and Savings this May at Edwards Hyundai.
I feel like I took a couple steps because it felt good off the bat, but I wasn't sure. And then I just threw my hands up hoping it was going out. And then I think the tears started coming around third, just seeing all of these girls just absolutely screaming. And I was like, there's just no way that just happened.
Great. I feel really good. Yeah, it was a long game, and especially towards the end, it just became a matter of being in control of everything that I could be in control of. This team is insane. Literally, it could be anybody on any given day. Everybody in our lineup is made for the moment. And so as the pitcher, you're just like, all right, let's do what we can to let someone on this team be in the opportunity to be in the moment when they need to be. And tonight it was Hannah Kaur, tonight it was Ava Kuzak, it was Sammy Bland, it was Bella Bacon, it was base runners taking extra bases, 60 feet. So many people. Nat, I don't know how many balls got hit to left field. Everybody on our team was ready to be on the moment when they were called on. And so as a pitcher, your greatest responsibility is to just let that happen. Put the team in the position to be there.
You're listening to Hurrdat Sports Live.
Infield to the right as well. Heron to the wine. Her 1-ball pitch. Ava swings and tries this one to center. Johnson going back. It's gone. It's gone. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win. Huskers win 5-3 on the Kuzak 2-run home run.
Welcome back, Hurrdat Sports Live. That's DBM Ravi, Lulla, reminding you give our friends over at Next Gen Mail Medical a call, 402-614-9700. If you're, maybe you don't sleep well. I know none of us slept that well last night because we had to stay up late watching.
I didn't really sleep at all.
Nebraska softball. But if you're struggling with your sleep in general, that's another thing Next Gen can help you out with. And I know male's right in the title, but it's for everybody. They do testosterone and hormone treatment for both men and women. And a lot of times people don't realize your hormone levels affect your sleep to a huge degree. Make sure you give them a call, 402-614-9700. And if you get in and get that appointment scheduled, tell them DB and Ravi sent you, and you will get a free consultation. So it's a totally risk-free trip to see what they can do to make you feel your best. Next Gen Male Medical. We are joined now by one Enrique Alvarez-Clary, our boy Rico down in Oklahoma City. He was live and on the scene for a dramatic game last night. Rico, what's up, buddy?
If you hear any kids screaming, it's not mine. There's a couple of kids going crazy.
Right. I get the sense, Rico, just for like scene setting and ambiance, you need little people running around you, don't you? Just so you can.
No, I'd be okay with it. I mean, it's already been like what feels like a month. We've only been down here like 3 days, and I feel like we've been down here forever, especially after last night. And we've got a whole lot of time left down here in OKC.
Yeah, I'm no fun. I'm like a 4-day max guy. Like,
yeah, you were miserable when you were out in like Vegas for a week.
I'm ready to come back. It's just I don't know what it is. I think I'm a 4-night, 5-day guy. Like that's
your sweet spot.
Yeah, then it's time
you wouldn't like this.
Oh, it's
there's a chance we're down here for 10 days.
So how about this though? They
from your lips to God's ears, Rico.
Dude, they're in Operation Chill Mode D until tomorrow, like an off day, going to be fully rested. Dude, the winner's bracket is the goods.
Oh yeah, obviously you want to be in the winner's bracket, but getting that extra day off, especially for Jordy going 130 plus pitches. Yes, you do have Alexis Jensen, but in these situations, you kind of want the ace, you want the 2-time player of the year in the circle. So to have that off day and to let her rest and to let the defense rest really overall, especially Sammy Bland down there in the hot corner is just massive. And I feel awful for Arkansas to play one hell of a game and then have to turn around. And luckily the game's not until 8:30 tonight, but to have to turn around and play a game the same day you end one is just rough.
Because they're probably not in bed till 2 or 3 at the earliest, like in terms of actually getting to sleep.
Probably not. I mean, you have to let all of that adrenaline and everything get out of your body first. So you're sitting there and you're probably going over some stuff and sitting in bed, wondering what you could have done differently. Just a couple of things here and there. I mean, the shortstop on one of those throws where she doesn't take a couple more steps, or the ball hit like the break between the grass and the dirt. Like if she gets that, maybe it's not a double, maybe they don't score a run. You're up by another run. I mean, there's so many other little things that could have gone differently in that one, that it was probably extremely rough for Arkansas to get to bed last night. Well, this morning.
How about for all the plays Bland made? I know she's kicking herself thinking she had a play.
Oh, that little floater
on the little
head.
Floater too. And you're like, no.
I was glad that didn't come back to bite her.
I don't want it to end like that. And she gets on hold. She gets
off the top of her glove.
Right? It's like
if she's 2 inches taller, if her arms are just slightly longer, if she jumps a little earlier, I don't know. There's so many things right there, and then slowing it down just enough where Natalia Hill just had to like sprint in to grab it. It was just, that could have gone terribly for Nebraska, but they figured out a way. I mean, Jordy's shoving in the circle. She's throwing 70 miles an hour on pitch like 128. It was nuts.
I did think she thought the ball was coming at her faster than it was. Like, because
just mistimed. Yeah.
Yeah, because off the bat, it seemed like it was. And I thought it, especially before I saw the replay, it looked like that thing was coming off pretty hot. I think you're right. I think she just mistimed the jump a little because it seemed like it was coming off the bat so much faster than it was.
I mean, she's sitting in the hot corner and the balls are coming at her like lightning speed, everything. And she mentioned it in the post-game scrum. She said that the way that Jordy's pitching and the pitches she's throwing, she knows a lot of balls are going to come her way, so she's just got to be on her toes and be ready. And she was. And I mean, Arkansas's third baseman was on her toes as well. She made 4 throws from her knees. Like, she was on it.
So, you know, the funny thing is, and you listen to her all the time, Rico, because you helped produce the show. How about both of Jess's? She's been lamenting about Hannah Core for a month and a half. Mm-hmm. She has a moment, but then she just, for whatever the reason, day before yesterday, is on kind of this Bland kick about playing third base and what a big move it's been. And it's like, then it comes to fruition. She had to feel like a proud mama last night with like all her foreshadowing, like coming to fruition. You got to be pumped for somebody like Bland, who Suave just taking one for the team. They need to make a move, subtle tweak, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, she said that she played shortstop in high school. She gets to college, they move her to left field, and she's like, all right, I can do that. I've done that before. And then they need somebody at third base. They move her there. She's talking about, I've never played third base before, so it was kind of an adjustment. I mean, she's only in her second year ever playing third base. I mean, sure, she's played on that side of the infield, but that's a different beast. I never played baseball or softball, but I know that hot corner is something different. So to be able to get there and to play it as at an elite level like she's playing it, the stops that she makes, the throws that she makes from that third base spot, I mean, she's just been nails. And obviously her bat does what her bat does. But last year she was, and there's a reason for this. Last year she was so much better, and she was one of those players you're like, she's going to have a breakout season the next year. Well, earlier this year, I don't know if people remember, she made a diving stop at third and dislocated her shoulder. She was out for a few games. She still got that brace on there. So for her to do the things that she's doing and to still swing the bat as well as she is extremely impressive.
Suave, how about Ravi said something interesting, and I didn't really think about it until he said it, even though I felt it real time. He said, it felt like Nebraska was kind of playing uphill on their heels, kind of chasing all night. Were you getting that sense in the ballpark that it wasn't going to be their night?
I don't know if it wasn't going to be their night, but that home run in the second when Jordy gives that up, I mean, that's only the second or third home run she's ever given up in the Women's College World Series. And the last time she gave one up, it was to Maya Brady. I don't know if anybody remembers that name. And that was a while ago, back when she was at Oklahoma that second year. So it's been a while since she's given up any runs really at Devon Park. So when she gave up that home run, the tenor in the stadium kind of seemed like it was shifting. The Nebraska fans, the huge Nebraska contingent that was there, never lost faith, but it did seem like a little bit of air was let out of the park when that ball went over the wall, because Hannah Core just missed it. I didn't realize how close it was till they showed the replay. She just missed it. If she's a step faster, she might have been able to rob it. But yeah, it did seem like they were kind of playing from behind, playing catch up really the entire night. But hearing from Rhonda and hearing from Jordy and Sammy in the dugout, they knew they were right there. They're still going with their one pitch at a time, and they're feeling like they're still in it. Obviously they were, but it was a little scary there for a little bit, especially when that third run came across late in the game, and you're sitting there with the top of the order coming up, and Jordy grounds out to first base. No offense to Hannah, but you're sitting there thinking, okay, if she can get on base, maybe they can manufacture some runs. And then she just makes contact, and it's a whole different ball game. I mean, that place was ready to explode, and obviously it did.
Yeah, it was for me that feeling, not like it was after the third run because of how it happened, right? It's just like we talked about, it's just off the tip of the glove of Bland. It felt like that runner got on base with kind of that weird squibber right before that. Like, nobody hit the ball out of the infield. And and they got a third run off of that. And so that's where it felt like to me, more than the 2-0, because that happens early. You feel like you might be able to scratch some runs across. But considering how difficult it was to score for a stretch there for Nebraska, they got the 2 across. You're like, okay, they finally caught back up. You take a deep breath, and then pretty quickly right after that, Arkansas gets the third run, and that's where I was like, man, this feels like they're sort of just back against the wall a little bit. And then Core hits that home run, and you're like, that emotionally, I felt it just at home flip dramatically. Like, you said there's a huge contingent of Nebraska fans down there. I don't question the mentality of the team for sure, but between the third run for Arkansas and the game-tying home run, what was the vibe in the stadium like?
Pins and needles. The vibe in the press box was, oh my God, we're going to be here until 2 a.m. There were a couple of people who have worked Women's College World Series before who were there for the Florida State extremely long game, and they just thought these teams are so close together, and it seems like no more runs are going to come across. But the vibe in the stadium, if you're looking around, it kind of seemed like the Husker fans knew that they had it. They knew Jordy was going to keep shoving, and she wasn't going to give up any more runs. Her facial expression after that Hannah Core home run just completely flipped, and she put it into another gear that, I mean, I don't know if I knew she had that gear considering how amazing she's been all season, but she flipped it into another gear, and it just seemed like the Arkansas dugout when Hannah hits that home run and then Hannah Camenzind almost walks it off with another one, but hits it just off the wall for a double. It did seem like the Arkansas contingent was kind of sitting back and just wondering how many more punches they could withstand, because Nebraska's bats were starting to wake up, which was crazy considering that Arkansas had brought their ace in and then went back to the girl who started the game.
So let me ask you something, Suave, not to get off of Nebraska too quick. Who do you like? Whose temperament do you like the best in the losers bracket? Texas is probably has been more resilient this year. Whose temperament do you like?
I mean, Texas is the easy pick. I mean, they're the defending national champions. I really Rhonda said it before that Arkansas and Nebraska were extremely similar, and you saw that the entire game. They're going blow for blow. They finished with the same amount of hits. Nebraska just has 2 more runs. They have the same amount of air. Like, everything was almost the exact same for Nebraska and Arkansas. I really like the way that they play and how balanced they are. It's just the overnight and how well they're going to do coming back, because they're going to face a pissed off UCLA team who can hit the cover off the ball.
Yeah, they rake.
Yeah, and Devon Park is it's not too much smaller than Ronda Revelle Field and Bowling Stadium, but it just seems like everything is closer together. So if UCLA, I mean, they're mad. If those bats start to go, and then that's a team obviously that can be very dangerous. Their pitching just needs to catch up a little bit to how good their offense is. But Texas is definitely the team to watch in the losers bracket. Not many teams come back from the losers bracket to win the whole thing, but if it's going to be anybody, it's probably going to be that Texas squad.
I just wonder about UCLA. Like, after only getting the 3 runs,
and they don't have the arms
against Bama. I don't know if they'll have enough, like you said, with the pitching. But I do wonder, just from those bats have got to get hot at some point, right?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, they have to figure out a way. It's
well,
Nebraska's bats
your runs, right? They leave the yard, so that's always dicey in the postseason.
They're not really they're good at running the bases. I mean, it's a really good UCLA team, but for them, it's the long ball. The long ball is queen for UCLA, and that's how they'll score most, if not all, of their runs. So if they can't hit the ball out of the park, they're not sitting in a good spot.
Rico, appreciate the time. Have fun.
Will you get any rest today, Suave?
I mean, it's an off day. I'm probably going to see it's storming right now in OKC. I'm hoping the clouds can go away and the rain will stop, and we'll probably head down to Bricktown and probably try to find some fans and get a little bit more stuff down there and just walk around and feel the vibes of the city. We haven't really gotten to do that much, but
you need
I don't know, probably no rest.
Jess, like, she knows all the nooks and crannies.
Dude, she was so happy yesterday. Like, I saw her before the game started, and I was like, "Hey, Jess, how's it being back home?" And she just had this big smile. She's like, "It's great. I love it. I love it here."
Oh, no look past.
And it doesn't hurt that for whatever the gosh darn terrible reason is, she actually likes you, because you get her best version. Some of us aren't as fortunate, Rico.
People like me. I don't know what I did. You guys want to know something funny?
Sure.
What's up?
If OKC pulls out this Game 7, do you want to know when Game 1 of the NBA Finals is?
When?
It's the same day as Game 1 of the championships at Devon Park. So when Nebraska makes a championship, I'll be sitting in there with the New York Knicks, 10 minutes away, playing in the NBA Finals.
And you won't be able to go?
No. The game at softball, I believe, starts at 7:30. The NBA final starts at 8.
Oh, that might be hey, boss, can you do me a solid?
Sasha, do you think we can send somebody else down?
Hey, listen, so I'm telling you, stay close to Jess. Every now and again, she'll do something nice. She may have some connections too, so she may dangle that carrot. You may have to miss a day of work.
Maybe she.
I need Nebraska to make it the championship and then run rule whoever they're facing in Game 1, so I can just
get there by halftime.
Yeah, at least.
I like how you're committed, Rico, because I don't know if the Dodgers are playing across the street from me and I'm supposed to be working.
You're like, hey, Kyle, you got the call. See you, bud.
No, man, dude, this is great. It's my first time down here and first time at the Women's College World Series. And I apologize to my wife. I know she's a little upset because we were always talking about coming down here and watching the Women's College World Series. And then the first year one of us is able to go and Nebraska's there, she can't go. And I feel really bad, but
sport, that's her sport. She'd like you guys go to the ticket. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I feel awful, but this is my first time down here and this place is amazing. The games were all great. I mean, you get a run rule in game 1 for Texas Tech, and then you get an extra innings walk-off to end the night for Nebraska. I mean, what more could you ask for?
Yeah, I'm a little concerned Tech's starting to hit their stride.
Dude, they are a feisty bunch. We're down there. We got down there after that game ended.
Correct word, Rico.
Yeah, we got down there after that game ended because it ended, earlier than we thought it was going to. And the fans are something else.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
I miss Jason Williams. I miss White Chocolate though.
Oh,
dude, he's been on a heater.
You gotta see if you can get him get an interview with him.
Listen,
I don't know if Barstool will let me.
Listen, if his TikTok game or whatever his platforms are that he's been pumping out his latest content, he gives zero cares. This dude said, I will not step foot back on Florida Gate. What did he say? I'm not stepping foot on their campus ever again unless
Maya's playing.
Yep.
Or Mia.
Yeah, I think
he's all out on Florida for how they handled that deal.
I saw him on a podcast. They were like, well, I mean, you're a Gator, right? He goes, I was a Gator. I was like, oh, okay.
It is contentious between
you know
the
what it would
Williams
have
and
to
Florida.
take for me to turn my back on Nebraska?
Oh yeah, like it'd have. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Me and Jason Williams share a birthday. Fun fact.
Well, that's cute.
All right, since we're doing fun facts, Rico, do you have an innie or an outie?
I have an outie.
Prove it.
No way.
Wait, we got our producers are 2 for 2 on outies?
Hey, and you know what Dingaling did, Suave? This dude goes over to the third camera and he stuck his gut in there and I was like, and I, sure enough,
show it on air?
No, he
to
did
the
it during
camera.
the break. He did it during the break.
And sure enough, I was like, yep, that's the tip of a hot dog.
That's not how you say that.
What it look like?
That's
Ravi.
Nope. That's what Austin's showing you. Glad I'm not there.
No, he's out of control. I don't know how he functions as an adult. Like his boundaries, he doesn't have any.
I'm drunk with power in this chair.
It's a powerful chair. Makes you feel good.
Shane admitted that he doesn't like when he's in there by himself. I couldn't believe it.
Really?
Yeah, he misses you guys.
Shane lonely?
Yes, he was.
Oh, I'm sorry, bud.
Oh, tonight. Okay,
I don't think I could put anybody over Shane, but if I get an OKC border the next time I'm on, he might move up to number 2.
I've been working on that OKC border, by the way. Except if OKC wins, I'm not making it.
So I would say you better get it up there before if they end up playing the Knicks. You got to figure that out, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a Knicks border.
You'll be out then.
I know. I don't care.
Out the club.
Yeah, well, who cares? It took him all of 6 weeks to pass me, so it's like
I'm good at what I do. What can I say?
I'm nice. Everybody likes me.
Did you guys see the facts that ESPN was putting up on the broadcast yesterday? How Nebraska was 18-5, now 19-5, when trailing at all in a game this season. And they were 0 for 9 with 2 outs before the walk-off.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well,
to be 19-5.
Hey, Micah goes, rewind that. Is that a typo? I said, the interns usually don't make those kind of mistakes.
Nah, they were not. It's funny because last week against Oklahoma State, they were nails with 2 outs. I mean, they scored, 5 runs with 2 outs last week? And then yesterday, they couldn't find anything with 2 outs. And somebody mentioned it in the chat. I mean, they're squaring up on a lot of those. I mean, they bring Alina Felix in, and she squares up on one, but just hits it right at the right fielder. Like, they were on it, just hitting it right at everybody.
Hey, which fan base is the most represented? Well represented?
Nebraska.
Okay.
Nebraska, Arkansas. I'd say Arkansas was number 2. Texas Tech's probably right there. I didn't see a ton of Texas fans, but I don't know. Maybe I got there at the wrong time. I don't know. Tennessee was really easy to spot because of the orange, but the Texas Tech, Nebraska, Arkansas, they kind of mix together because the red's so damn close. So you're looking, you're like, oh, Nebraska, and then they turn around, and you're like, nope, that's a big old Texas Tech right there.
Yeah, you get them out of there. You tell them
it's a little tough there.
Tell them
there's a decent amount of OU and Oklahoma State fans as well, and all the OU fans that I talk to, they're rooting for Nebraska. They want Jordy and Hannah to win another championship, and they're not mad at Jordy at all. They're saying, like, we understand. She won 2 championships. She wanted to go home. Like, we're not mad. And
she's pretty good for those.
She brought them 2 titles. They can't be that bad.
Yeah. Well, there were some people who were like, oh, well, they left Oklahoma. She left Oklahoma in a terrible position pitching wise. And
guys online.
Really?
Yeah. That weren't super happy.
I don't know. I felt like it was kind of like when LeBron left Cleveland the second time. Everybody was like, we're cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for the title.
Have fun in LA, buddy.
I mean, you weren't getting it any other way.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Cleveland.
That's true.
Cleveland. Rico,
it's fun. It's fun. I saw an Iowa fan, an Ohio State fan.
Oh, I was going to ask. So obviously with the Men's College World Series up here in Omaha, you get the big fan contingents, but you have a huge amount of it is Omaha people, right? Like that's a huge amount of what makes the thing a success. Like, have you gotten a sense of how many like locals are a part of this tournament as opposed to, or a part of the crowd as opposed to fan bases traveling there?
Not really. There was a couple Nebraska fans that I talked to that don't live in Nebraska that are from like Texas, Oklahoma. There's a couple from Arkansas that was there. But in terms of like the local contingent from Nebraska, there's a large one, but I haven't gotten a feel for kind of how many. Obviously the friends and family, but in terms of like everybody else, I really couldn't tell you.
And the least surprising thing ever, Suave making friends with the locals.
Got to.
Dude, I made friends with the lady who was running the elevator yesterday.
Oh god.
She's a straight Diet Coke drinker. She doesn't like she's not a fan of water. So I went in there, I dropped her off 2 Diet Cokes next time I went in the elevator.
Was she a 3-prong stool or a 4-chair seated elevator person?
4-chair seated.
4-chair seated.
So she was older.
I see a lot of
older folks working.
Yeah, and I like the fact that you do that. I'm very much known on our radio crew for the guy that talks to the people in the elevator.
Yeah, I'm talking to all the workers, man. They're fun.
Yeah.
There's one lady who's been working there for 30 years.
Yeah,
so she went from being outside on the concourse where the fans are rowdy. Now she's downstairs in the media room. She goes, "You guys don't yell at me as much."
Yeah, famously, Rico, I was nice to the lady at Arrowhead Stadium, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, so good looking." She said, "They're right. Black doesn't crack." And I was like, "Yeah,
I haven't gotten that yet."
Yeah, I don't think you can say that.
That's because you're still young, Rico.
Do you remember? I told
you told me that.
She didn't skip. I mean, like, didn't bat an eye at it. I told Kyle, and he was like, "Huh, it's interesting." And I didn't really know his personality yet then, but now that was very on brand for Casey.
Interesting.
Yeah. Very on brand. All right, buddy. Enjoy your day off. Stay out of the canal.
We'll see. We'll save the canal for championship.
Don't do the tourist trap barbecue spots. Kind of do your own thing and find something good to eat. Do you have anything on the hit list?
No, not really. We already hit up the Saucy Sicilian, which was probably the best pizza I've had in my life. And they were there. Yeah. Apparently Luca loves to go there. That's his thing if he's in OKC.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm shocked. Luca loves to eat.
Yeah.
Wow. What a take.
That helps out the tire iron. I'm sure he's all in on.
It's not surprised it was a very carb heavy meal.
Dude, it was delicious. They put their spaghetti in like a bread bowl that was made of like the old like not old, but the pizza crust, and it was like this much pizza or this much of the bowl, and then just filled with spaghetti.
So that's why they had to trade James Harden.
Well, him too. But you know, Luca was going in anything where he can get vodka sauce.
That place was amazing.
I don't taste it.
Somebody said Penne vodka. I'm in. I'm in.
All right, buddy. Be safe.
All right, I'll do what I can.
Thanks, champ.
That is our guy, Rico. Hope he's having a good. Seems like he's having a good time.
Yeah, everybody loves Suave.
Everybody loves Rico.
What's that like being well liked?
Oh, you're well liked.
No, me. I mean, I
have the same problem.
Not asking you.
I haven't met a single person who doesn't like me. Do you guys find it interesting that Rico is only talking to the women?
No. Oh, Rico. Huh. Interesting.
Didn't hear a lot of dude stories in there.
Constantly.
Not a lot of dudes working the Women's College World Series.
Lowry stirring the pot.
That's the show for today. Don't forget, you've got Union Omaha coming up this weekend as well. Make sure you go to unionomaha.com to get your tickets. They've got a home match tomorrow, 7 p.m. It is Cancer Awareness Night against FC Naples, sponsored by X Cancer. 7 p.m. Morrison Stadium. Unionomaha.com is where you get those tickets. That's the show for the day and the week. DB and I will be back on Monday. And for our subscribers on the Patreon, there should be another film study dropping today as well. We filmed it yesterday, so Sasha should have that out today. Anything else? You good?
I'm good.
You good? All right. Team Minnie.
Team Minnie.
We'll see you on Monday.
See you. Have a good day. Love you.